Rich and Bonnie in studio. I know it's going to get ugly, so I just want to start by saying I'm very proud of Rich and Bonnie because their new movie, Women Aren't Funny, will be premiering tomorrow at 1 o'clock at Caroline's.
It's a sneak. Yes. It's a sneak peek. It's not a premiere.
It's a sneak peek.
Can anyone go?
Yeah, it's only $15 for.
But you get a panel.
Yeah, we're going to do a panel after it.
So the place should be packed.
It should be.
I hope so.
This movie you guys have been working on
I've never
for
asked anybody to do anything ever.
Right.
My one thing.
Yeah.
Fucking
pay the mortgage.
You guys started this 3 years ago.
3 years in August, so it's August. Was it
a little over 3 years?
Then?
3 years.
Yeah, 3 years to make this.
It's crazy.
Over 3 years ago, and it finally premieres tomorrow at Caroline's. Yeah. I've seen many, many versions of this movie.
Yeah, sorry.
It's very, very good.
Yeah.
It's a very good movie.
I've only seen one, and I liked what I saw a lot. It was very funny. Bonnie was very funny in it.
The amount of
Bonnie was definitely great.
The amount of comics you have in this movie. Did you ever add it up?
No.
No, but I mean the list goes fucking on and on.
How many would you guess? 40?
Yes, probably.
You think that many?
Yeah.
I mean, whenever you start listing them, you're like, I can't believe that there's that many people in it.
Yeah, I mean, Chris,
the credits take a
Wanda,
really long time.
Sarah, Lisa, all of them. Fucking
Chris,
you guys.
Chris Tucker?
No. Chris Hammonds.
Chris
Dane is in it. I mean,
Joan Rivers.
Everybody.
Sarah Silverman, Artie Lang,
Wanda
Lisa Lampanelli.
Opie and Anthony.
You guys are throughout the movie. You guys are the anchor
Assholes.
of the movie. No,
Yeah.
you're like the anchors of the movie.
Ooh.
And
Anchors like
sink it.
albatross. Yeah.
And we look really good because it was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
People are going to see us and go, saw you in the movie.
I
What the
remember
fuck
that.
happened to you? I'll tell you what happened. 3 years happened. Leave me alone. I got 2 kids. Shut up.
Actually, Anthony launches the whole thing with his.
Whoa, I know.
With his stare at you?
With his
That stare that you
so
give
mean
Bonnie.
in the beginning.
You basically say, no, women aren't funny. You just stare at Bonnie like,
Oh,
your turn.
no, I'm sorry.
Your turn. Great.
Yes.
It's great. Patrice is fucking great.
Oh,
Patrice is in the movie.
Colin fucking Brewer, and a lot of alternative comics. You know, Jimmy Carr's in it from England.
Alternative to funny.
Was Jimmy in it? I didn't remember him.
Yeah, remember he was in Montreal in the basement. He's licking the straw and going to Bonnie.
I don't remember.
Do you have a gay following? And Bonnie goes, I do too many AIDS jokes.
Oh, that got cut.
And
That
you didn't
one
take
scene.
that out.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It's a fucking great scene.
Well,
Here they go. Here they go.
I cut it because I had to. I had to take 10 minutes out of the. We did a final cut, and then I had to take another 10
How
minutes.
long was the
out.
final cut?
It's 80 minutes now.
Oh, now it's 79 minutes.
You don't want it to be 90 or what?
No, not for a documentary.
It's too long.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, we kept.
That's
the
what my
magic
buddy
number.
Morgan Spurlock told
Morgan
me. When,
Spurlock.
That is the magic number. You want to be at 80.
Yeah.
There they go.
For whatever reason. I don't really understand
I
that
love when you
myself,
two
but-
just get into it.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, hey, Gracie, why'd you cut that movie? Hey, you too. Oh, you too.
What'd you cut from the
And how do you say it? Pippi, why did you...
what did you cut from the movie real fast?
Just some AIDS jokes.
Oh.
No, you took... well, Chelsea was in
So
a
what
lot
else
of it.
does Jim
Peretti.
do in the movie? Oh, Jimmy, I'm kidding. That's what I read
What
on
else did
Twitter.
we took out one scene...
You don't. He doesn't. He doesn't
Yeah.
care what every scene we took out of the movie.
He just said, "What did you take out of the fucking movie?"
I think he
If
was
you
talking about
if
the
you've
thing that
done
we
more
were-
radio, you'd pay attention. It's not
Oh,
all
boy.
about you. Listen, you got to listen, then you respond. Listen, respond. That's how we do it.
You should
here.
say that in the mirror every morning.
Did he just say that's how we do it here?
We do it here. Oh,
Like
good.
he's just part of the guy, the crew.
I don't see your name on the fucking wallpaper.
Okay, yeah.
And
Look
it
on
is
the door.
wallpaper. It's sad.
Go look on the door.
Well, you're proud of that? Huh? You're proud of what we have from you on the door?
A tribute.
Yeah,
It's
there's
every
things that-
word you've
have you read that, Bonnie?
mispronounced on our show.
Shit. I was going to suggest in the game you say one of his friends' names and then you look up in his phone how he spelled it.
Oh, is that really bad, right?
He had my name in his phone spelled wrong until about 7 months ago.
B-O-N-N-Y?
Wait, Boney?
No, it was the last name that he got wrong.
Oh.
That's when I first started banging her. I never changed it. I didn't even think I was going to keep it in there.
Oh, well, first of all, let me say thank you.
Yeah, that is.
Oh, no.
What?
Did you really say the Three Stoogers?
I remember that one.
Why? You should make a dumb book out of that.
That's very funny. You should have a book of Vossisms.
Yeah, a little coffee table book. That would sell pretty well.
Yeah, like a good toilet read. It's very funny.
Yeah. We have a whole list of the words that. Yeah, we haven't talked about the list in a while.
Oh my God. I'll get a ghostwriter.
And I think we
you
gave up
have
on
to.
the list. We gave up on the list.
We
couldn't
shouldn't,
keep up
though. That's a
anymore.
great list.
Look how long it is.
Oh God, that's great.
There's got to be 1,000 words on there. That's 1,000 words.
That's
up
his
there.
entire vocabulary.
Yeah, and every word is wrong.
It's only words.
Yeah.
Everybody knows. Everybody gets
It's
it.
only
He'll
words.
say, he'll say words wrong over and over, and then I'll be like, just learn it so that you just remember it for next time. And he'll be like, who cares? People know what I'm talking about.
She's like, what do you think? You're like a fucking queen. You say these big words like you're going to impress me.
Give us one of the big words.
What's a big word?
What's one of the big words?
I don't. Fucking tell me one of your words that you say.
I don't know, but
Like,
I can't even think of.
I'm
whatever.
sure it's not a big word to
I know,
everybody
it's
else. I'm
no,
sure.
but he'll be like, "You're just using that to fuck with me."
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
So, how much money did this movie?
What's that?
How much money in the
Well,
end? I need to know.
You know, it's funny
I
because
need to know.
it's really nothing in the big scheme of things.
But for you guys, it's
But
everything.
it's
What we put
it's
into it?
everything he had.
I put all my money into her dream.
Oh boy.
A better husband?
Tapped you out.
I'm close. I mean, let me tell you now, I'm starting to walk golf courses instead of riding.
So you guys are a little nervous.
I'm a fucking
I'm
mess.
not. I'm not.
Yeah. And
It's
you
all
know,
or nothing with this, right?
I'm done. I feel like, okay, next. I don't even care about it anymore.
yeah, because,
Yeah.
well, what's the
Not talking about the movie, Rich.
Yeah, there's a lot in it. And we even have somebody else some money of theirs.
Well, you might.
Yeah, I think we'll get it back.
I might be an investor.
Ah.
You got,
oh.
you got some credits.
I might be an investor.
Some-
wow.
I bought a credit.
Some,
All right.
I bought myself into it.
Well, I'm kind of not worried. We already had an offer to sell it, so, and, everybody that sees it, wants to get involved with it. They just see money. The name alone is worth a lot of money. Women aren't funny.
It's
Very controversial.
Women. It's
Yeah.
women.
Woman, not
Do you know
Women
he-
aren't funny.
Women.
Yeah, well, he says it wrong every time. And here's the thing: he'll be like, "Which one is it again? Woman or
Oh
women?"
no! Oh, Rick!
And then he'll be like, he asked me how to spell women.
No.
I was like, we've been working on this movie for 4 years. You never figured out which one it is. Do you understand one's plural and one's not?
Doesn't she look like she's getting ready to fly across country on the first flight?
Fucking Amelia Earhart.
That's right. Take your freckle cream, stupid.
Fucking Amelia Blowhart.
Wow, you
Amelia
confused that one.
Airhead.
Well, it's been wonderful talking with you fellas. I've got to get going.
The headphones with the glasses on your head and then the scarf. It's perfect.
Right in the middle of a smashing, too.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Boss can punch himself out of anything.
Wow, that is good. I gotta get a picture of that because that's fucking funny. Get your hand out of there, Jimmy.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
Women aren't funny there, Rich Voss.
Yeah.
Yeah, woman.
Did you? Okay, so we got a hotel room the other. Tell how we got the hotel room.
What do you mean? Okay, so Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday, she was doing a podcast, Keith and the Girl, and I was going to do it Thursday, right?
What's Keith and the Girl?
They're out of
I've heard of them.
They're out of Queens.
I can't keep up with all these podcasts.
Yeah,
No,
I heard of them, but they're in Queens.
What the hell's Keith and the Girl?
They were like one of the first to do podcasts.
Hey,
Somebody- who's
Somebody
Keith?
with my name up there. Sorry. That's how Rich used to spell my name.
Who's Keith? Is he a comic?
He's the guy of the show. No, they used to be a couple and they split up. They're not a couple anymore.
And then he turned her off, gentlemen altogether.
And they
She's
just
now-
do a podcast out of. They rent a place in Queens, and that there was tons and tons of times I was doing Caroline's or places, and they go, "You want to do Keith and the Girl?" I'm going. I'm not going. To
No one wants to go
Queens
to Queens.
to do a podcast, and then we ended up doing it, and they were actually, it was a lot of fun. They were good. So I
And
was
you
get-
think that they're real because they have foam on the wall. right? You're like, whoa, this is some
Oh
serious
no,
shit.
that's like acoustic foam
Yes,
on the wall
yeah.
and shit.
So Rich
yeah.
was like, okay, all right, I'll
All
do
right.
this again.
You're gonna get foam for your
Okay.
podcast now.
So
Can't afford it.
so we're getting,
Jesus.
Just put it egg crates. What?
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
old
like
school?
egg cartons right there.
Egg cartons.
When I get back from my trip, we'll look into it.
Yes.
so we're getting a hotel. I was going to do
Contact.
She was going to do it Wednesday. I was going to do it Thursday. We had to go do some shows in New York. Had to go to the editing house. So I said,
this
"I'll
guy
get."
tells a story, man.
I'm
This is
telling. I
Yeah.
can
fantastic.
sit
Spin a yarn, can
Yeah,
he?
you really got me.
So
In real
fucking-
time, he
I
loves
got a
telling
hotel
stories.
room.
He doesn't know what's important.
Oh, my God,
information.
edit-
It's not.
edit yourself.
He
Oh,
doesn't
really?
know
Do you
what's
think I'm going to
important.
fucking go for this again today? Like everybody attacking me? This is not.
No one's
gonna
attacking
happen.
you, but you really should get to the point.
We're
Okay,
just
so the
saying,
point-
edit your story.
Yeah.
So
said
maybe we
tell
could
what?
tell
We were
five
going to go
stories
to the
instead
edit
of one.
house.
Okay.
And Anthony had a nap and he's looking at his phone.
I
all the
know.
time.
See,
So
you're
he-
losing the crowd.
You mentioned a
Okay.
podcast no one even knows about.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah,
what
like-
you asked about it? And we told you about
I
it.
was going to
Now
go to
you
the
know.
edit house.
But then I realized I shouldn't ask the question because I still don't know anything about them.
They have a pot. What do you want to know?
I don't
about
want to
them?
know anything anymore. Trust
So
me.
we had a lot of things going on.
So I got a hotel room
so
on
we-
Priceline, which ended up in fucking Chinatown. Like
Nice.
on Priceline. I
so
mean, I
we're
was way
going
the
from
fuck-
the one thing to the other.
from the podcast too.
to the and then we're going to the hotel and then we have to go back
okay,
to
we're
Long
in
Island
Queens.
City to do a show with Colin Quinn. And as we're driving to the hotel, Rich says to me, "Okay, so when we get to the hotel, we'll put our stuff up in the hotel and then we'll come back and we'll sit in the car for a couple of hours."
Well, because you don't want to pay for parking for 2 hours.
You got a hotel and he wanted us to have a nap in the car.
So he wouldn't have to pay extra for the. Oh my
Can't you
god!
find like parking on the street or
Not
something?
that time. After
Pay
7, it was
20
it was
bucks.
fine.
Jesus.
Wow.
You'd rather just sit in the car?
Yeah,
Yeah,
chill
that's
out.
what
Oh,
kind
what a
of,
capital
Literally
J.
chill out.
Wait a minute.
Freeze.
Wait, you
The
got
gas shortages.
yeah.
You got a hotel room, but you
yes.
Well, because
to save the parking.
by the time we parked and got
fuck
into the
did I
hotel
invest in?
room, by the time we parked,
I'm never getting my money back.
yeah, that's why I didn't want to get the
I might as well
parking.
kiss that money goodbye.
By the time you park, you go up to the hotel, and you got to come right back down.
It's
so
$20.
it's not the money;
Down
it's
in
the
Chinatown,
principle.
Not
especially,
the
it's probably
principle.
$20 for
It
a
is.
couple
Shut up.
hours.
Whatever. So I parked the car with the meters, and I had to fucking run back down. It's a pain in the neck. And we were in the hotel for an hour, and then we drove all the way back to Queens. You know, it's a fucking hour.
Why
Sit
didn't you
down.
just hang in Queens and do something?
We
Or
didn't
go to- go
realize.
eat a
we didn't
meal?
know it was going to take that. It was like,
Well,
4 or
right,
5
traffic.
hours we had, but by the time we got back to the hotel,
Traffic, okay.
Traffic, and then going back to Queens.
getting a little
And
bite to eat, having
know.
an argument.
So, you know.
It takes time.
So you didn't have to stay in the car.
No.
I said no.
Holy fuck.
You said no to
I
that.
said this will not be happening.
That's dumb. That's weird shit.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was driving home from Florida, I got hotels. I wouldn't sleep in the car, you know, although I was planning on it.
Do you
so,
know what he's doing here?
What?
He's letting you know he drove back from Florida.
No, they know. Okay.
He called and we hung up.
Oh,
God.
he did call.
And we hung up on him.
I'm in the middle of a fucking storm. I'm in the middle of it. And he's like, I don't know if I should try to fly or get a hotel or should I keep driving? My butt hurts. What? I don't know what I should. Like, I gotta go. Well, what's going on over there? Should I do? He called. I had to hang up on him. I was like, I can't deal with
So did
your-
we.
Because
Yeah.
no one knew what was going to happen with this storm. You got a little fucking daughter.
Yeah, and I didn't
and
want
your
her. I didn't want to say to him, "Look, I'm fucking scared right now. I can't deal with your bullshit."
Was he worried more about
Because
himself?
Raina was sitting right there. I had to be like, "We're fine," but he doesn't hear in my voice. I'm like, "We're fine. We'll be okay." So it's not so bad. Okay.
It's only the storm of the century.
He can't.
He didn't read your
pick
voice
up on anything, right.
inflection.
I love you, Rich. I really do. I want to
He
just
called
hug you.
100 times. Well, I don't know if I should try to get to Jacksonville or I should try to drive to Atlanta.
Why didn't you fly to Chicago and drive from there? It's a 12-hour drive instead of 24
There was no
25.
flights out of Florida.
Oh,
out of
okay.
out of Fort Lauderdale. Done. You know.
None. Why?
Oh, should I just stay in Florida? What am I going to do? I'm not going to golf for 3 days. I don't know.
And what's going on?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Rich.
You're hoping your house
wanted to
doesn't blow away.
I just wanted to get home to my wife and child, and I fucking was driving, and then you
How
would
many days
call
did
the
it take
airline.
you?
2, but you call, like, I'm driving, I'm in Jacksonville. So I call the airline, I go, can I fly out of Myrtle, out of South Carolina? And they, yes, that was Tuesday. So, no, Wednesday. So Tuesday.
Here we go.
So,
Oh my God! This is
Anyhow,
this
so-
is exactly the point we hung up on him. By the way.
Yeah,
Because he
yeah.
was giving us his flight options. I'm like,
Yes.
just tell us what you.
No, but
Yes.
you're
about
trying
the
to get
road.
home.
I go
the
make a
quickest
fucking
way.
decision and stick to it. I don't care what you do. Why are you getting so mad? I'm just trying to let
So you're
you
on the
know.
plane, and then all of
No,
a sudden
no,
John
not
Candy sat next to you. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I got it. I got that one.
So, and then
one
I'm
of the best
driving.
movies
I get to South Carolina
Right.
on Tuesday, and I'm going, well, I could fly out Wednesday morning, save 11 hours of fucking driving, 12 from South.
Could you do that
Then
with
would
this
go-
story?
Yeah, exactly. He won't stop.
then-
It's like I've heard this anytime I've been like, I just can't listen to you right now. I'd be like, okay, I'm letting you know that I have a flight available.
Were you tired of the same story?
It was endless. It was endless. But that's Rich. He's like, I'm in the middle of a storm with our daughter. Don't know what's going to happen. No power. And yet I was like, just stay in Florida. It's fine, But he couldn't because it wouldn't be about him. You know what I mean? He had to really and then he has to make it so that he has to also frame it so that I'm doing this for you.
Oh boy.
Yeah, to get home, because you can't handle that. I had to tell you how to tape the windows, put X's on the windows.
Thanks.
And she put it on with duct tape, and now there's fucking duct tape glue all over the fucking windows.
What kind of tape should you use?
You put X's on your window.
Yeah.
First of all,
I put X's on my windows, but then I put a little additional things on them too.
and some K's.
So what kind of tape should she use for windows? I wouldn't know that.
I used an electrical tape.
Yeah,
Actually.
maybe like a what do you call the tape? Like the blue tape that
Painter's tape.
use.
Right.
Is that strong enough?
Right.
It's just so the glass doesn't shatter when it breaks.
Well,
That's
I
all.
was in my my Lowe's after I drove around for 2 hours waiting for a parking spot to open up as everyone was taking out generators and our Lowe's the shelves were bare.
The Lowe's.
Like I went to go get a flashlight. I ended up just having
Yeah, and there was one in
Raina's
the
little
car.
flashlight.
Mrs. fucking.
Oh no.
How about the
so
iPhone
clueless.
app? There's an iPhone app as a flashlight.
It's
You
like,
should
oh,
get that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
a
wasn't that
powerful
worried
enough
about the
during the
flashlight
store.
It is
thing.
actually.
That thing's pretty handy.
It's
Yeah.
pretty good.
It uses the
Yeah.
the flash on
Wait,
the back.
you
yeah.
heard?
Pretty
She
good.
got a flashlight, and Rich is mad because there was a flashlight in the car.
Right in the car. She's so unaware of what goes on around her. She's just clueless.
So what? I had,
She's
I
like
went
a
through a
savant.
storm and I had very little anxiety, until you got home. And when you got home, I was like, why do I have, I want to, I just.
And when I got home, I go, why is she still here? So we both had fucking anxiety. So shut
I feel
up.
like I'm hanging with celebrities today because I'm
It really is.
I'm a huge fan of their podcast because of this. It's one of the only podcasts I still listen to on a regular basis.
Oh my God. I hate doing it.
I know you do. That's what I love too.
Someone tweeted me, it's not a podcast till Bonnie turns off the dishwasher. Because we always 5 minutes in, I'm like, oh, I should turn off the dishwasher.
You just hear it in the background.
Yeah,
Wow, you two are exhausting.
I know.
Do you still love each other?
I don't know.
We're friends.
What is love?
We had sex the other night.
How was it?
That was pretty good. She left a big stain on my fucking bed on the side. It was fucking horrible. I'm looking at it. I thought
tears.
I thought it was. I thought it was my drool, but I didn't see it.
Did I doze off or did you come? I don't know what happened.
That was my hopes and dreams.
She won't do 69. We've never done 69. We've been married.
I like
almost
69.
She won't do it.
Why?
A working vacation. He sets me up for this all the time.
I love the line. It's a good line.
Do you really hate it?
I don't want to. No, I just want to I guess I have to get my head in a certain space first, and then it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work being a lady.
She won't let me put my tongue in her ass
You should just take charge and do that. I have to side with Rich on that one.
or
Just take
fingers.
charge.
Fingers in the ass is one thing. Some
Hi,
people
guys.
don't like
No,
that.
she won't put them in mine.
I'm the mother of your child. Yeah, I don't know if you want to just be talking about that stuff.
Oh, you're right. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
It's easy.
And I'm not. I mean, you're right. We shouldn't talk about that.
Why?
Huh?
That's the greatest thing to talk about.
That is common
Tonguing
relationship
an
stuff,
ass.
though. It's those weird little things that no one thinks to talk about that on a date. Like, would you let me lick your ass? No, that never comes up until
No.
you're fucking.
No,
Until
it
you're
came up.
there in the
It
action.
came up. No, I said no.
And what do they say to you? Not until you make your first payment? Nothing, sorry.
Rich, why?
I don't know.
That was just
I don't know.
It's an
like-
addiction.
So the movie,
no, I love her. You don't love me? Why would you say I guess? Holy fuck. See, you know what you
Okay, but look at you said we're friends, and did I get all bent out of shape? No.
No, because you don't care, because the movie's done.
That's right. That's right, baby. He accuses me all the time of looking out for myself, and that he looks out for both of us, but I only look out for
I
me.
mainly do look out for both of us.
Yeah?
I do. Yeah. She's selfish.
Oh,
you know, that's how females are, because they're used to being taken care of. And she does stuff around the house. She's a good cook, although she stopped eating. She's a vegetarian now, so she fucked up everybody's menu. The other night, I'm starving. She goes, I go, let's go get some turkey burgers. She goes, why don't we just have vegetables? What are we, fucking surviving in the woods? Why don't we just have vegetables? Go fuck yourself, cauliflower. I want turkey burgers.
I tried a veggie burger once.
Stinks.
They're terrible.
They're
Stinks.
horrendous.
She has tofu burgers.
Oh,
like,
my
terrible.
God.
We sit there like normal. My older daughters will come over, we're all eating like good food, and she sits there with a fucking tofu burger, and she eats like she's a fucking royalty, and it's just horrible.
With my mouth closed.
That's what he means by that.
Yes.
You're all fancy, not dropping half of it out of your mouth.
Yeah, no, I've got one foot up on the table. Like, don't get me wrong.
Do you feel healthier?
I don't feel that different really.
Not
but
really?
I thought I was going to have a
so
lot
now
more
you're
energy
just
and
suffering for
stuff.
no reason.
I don't really.
You don't feel like you're suffering?
No, I don't miss it at all.
Wow, how long?
I tried veggie
It's,
burgers.
like a
They were
year.
horrible.
Health reason or ethical reasons?
Well, meat started to gross me out. Like, I don't know. Maybe if I
The
was
day you got
buying
married?
organic or something. Yeah.
What
Rich
grossed
just
you
turned me
out
off
about
meat.
You hear this a lot, though.
What grossed you out
What is
about
it about
meat?
meat,
I mean-
meat that grosses
Does
people
she-
out?
That
She had-
smell when I'd go to cook it and stuff sometimes.
Like
I'd
which
be like,
one?
Why I still
Chicken?
bang you?
Yeah, poultry.
Poultry?
Yeah, but you,
Poultry
she had to
can be
kill-
pretty goddamn disgusting when it's
Gamey,
raw.
yeah.
Yeah. You get that smell sometimes. It's
man,
just-
you
Yeah, like,
cook
is
your
it
massacre
good or,
chicken.
I don't know.
I don't care, because once it starts fucking barbecuing, goddamn,
Yeah.
that
How about
shit is
bacon? Do
good.
you like that smell? Bacon.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, she also grew up, and she had to kill chickens. She had to kill everything she ate.
All right.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Is that real? I've
Yeah.
heard the stories over the years.
Yeah.
Yes.
You didn't.
Yes.
You didn't.
Clarice Starling?
Yeah.
But you didn't kill the
You
shit.
will let me
I
know
did
when your
kill the
retarded
chicken.
husband stops screaming.
She actually killed chicken. How would you do that?
So you take
I don't even know
a-
I could. If I don't know I could do that.
Did you do the cut off the head thing, or the
Yes.
grab the neck and flick it?
No, you take a wire that was curved at the end, and you'd go into the pen and you'd grab it and you'd get one of their legs and you'd pull it out and you'd just flip it onto the board or onto the block, and then you just had a little
Little cleaver?
kook. And sometimes you didn't get it right away, or you got the wrong.
It's very quick though.
man.
Right?
Did
Yeah.
that ever
then
bother
they'd run
you?
around. They really would run around.
Did that bother you?
I don't remember that it really bothered me. It was just such a part of this
Growing
is what
up
we
or
do
whatever.
every spring.
Because you guys
You know
are
what I
eating them,
found
though,
out
right?
about her? You know what else
Speech?
too?
Yeah.
They didn't have running water, so she
Oh, my
only took
God,
she only
stop.
took a bath once a week, and she had to share it with
Where
her
the
sister.
fuck did
they
you
fucking
live?
their parents would bring in snow and melt snow and
No
fill
way.
it, and that's how
Yeah.
she took a bath. That's why
We had
she's
a
dirty.
potty
Nice.
in the I'm gross. We had a potty in our house before we got running water that my father had to take and empty out.
God,
every
now
night.
I know why you're still with Rich Voss.
Yeah, no, I like
mean,
roughing it.
How old were you when that changed?
I guess it was about 5 or 6 when we got running water, but we always had a well, and then so that was you had to be very careful.
Wait, how far in the boonies were you?
We're far, we were. It's Cold Lake. It's far. I mean,
What's the-
now
what's the
it's
closest-
populated, but
What's the closest area?
the North Pole.
so
In
No,
Canada.
what-
it's about as far north as people really do live
In Canada.
I mean,
Whoa,
until
really?
you get
Yeah,
until
yeah.
you get into the
Just
the
crazy,
territories
like-
and stuff.
How
Yeah.
bad were your winters and
Tribes.
stuff?
Bad.
They must have been horrendous up that far.
Yes. Very,
Why did you
very
guys
well.
stay up there?
We lived there for the reasons everyone lives places where everyone
That's
else
just
goes.
where
What the
your
fuck?
family was used to.
We were poor.
What are the
you gonna do?
territories? What's that?
I don't.
The-
They
the
renamed
Crips
them, and I
are
don't know
right
the
here.
names of them anymore. But
But what is it? It's above all the provinces.
yes, yeah. Yeah.
But it's Canada.
It's Canada.
And how big is the territories?
Big.
They were massive.
The
Really?
territories.
Huge,
Right after,
That's so
right after
1800s.
territories is
Yeah,
Antarctica,
they just gave
right?
up. They're like, we don't really need to name this shit.
Yeah.
It's
Just going up
Antarctica
here.
right after that.
Who lives in the
No.
territories?
No,
Indian.
you're wrong, Rich.
Oh, wow,
The
what's above it?
Yukon, is that it?
Let's
the
let's pull up a map. And
Yeah.
let's
Yeah,
can we
take
get a
look
map
at
up?
it.
Yeah, I want to
what's-
see about where you lived. Holy
Why-
fuck.
what's-
Okay, so but about
Are they
if you
still
look
up
at
there?
Alberta,
Right in front of you.
it's about halfway up the province on the east side of the right on the Saskatchewan-Alberta border.
That doesn't mean anything. I don't know where
Yeah, I
that
have
is.
no
I don't
idea.
know what that is.
I don't know the Canadian
Oh,
breakdown.
fuck
Can
them.
somebody come in and just find this for us on a?
Oh, boy.
Oh God.
So, I
I'm
mean, when we
curious.
drive, when we go to
So
her
it goes.
place,
British Columbia is on the far west
Right, with Vancouver and all that shit.
province, and then the next province over is Alberta, and then the next province over is Saskatchewan.
when we go to her
Manitoba.
family's house,
They're still up there.
we fly into Edmonton and then drive 4 hours north of Edmonton.
Whoa.
And like they had a family reunion this year, and like all the family comes in RVs
Ooh,
and stuff.
Full screen.
What the fuck? Look how old the map is. Wow. See, they didn't even update their
Crazy.
map. They just said,
Yeah, look at the Yukon up there.
Where do the
And-
provinces
They're
stop?
not called that anymore. I don't think.
Which
Maybe
one?
the Yukon.
The
is-
territories. Look, see that
See
whole.
Alberta, they're right on.
I see the
top of
Alberta.
right here.
So,
Our territories do not cost.
What a dumb-looking country.
None of you.
It looks like fucked up America.
What's this up
it,
here?
it looks like a
It's
scrambled
retarded
America.
America.
Yeah.
What is
yeah.
this Bonnie up here with the red? Beginning of the eye.
It looks like America if you chopped off.
I don't know.
Texas
They
and
see they
Florida.
renamed
Yeah.
them some.
Can we have a? Hey, Sal, can you find a
And
map
say-
that's from the fucking
and say,
21st
fuck
century?
it to New
But that
England.
is-
Fuck. Chop the head
Yeah.
off of New England.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
that's
you
Canada.
chop that shit up.
Yeah, find map post World War
Yeah.
II.
Wow,
Yeah.
man.
I don't know what the territories are. Like
Well, now that you guys are swimming in money, maybe you should get your family out of there.
They would never leave.
they're
They love it
families
up there,
for
right?
Love it.
What's there to do up there that's so cool?
Nothing.
No, I'm serious.
Well, they go
hunting,
fishing.
What
and
is it?
They go fishing.
They go fishing. Yeah.
Ice
Oh,
fishing?
God.
Yes, they do. My
I wanna
my
go
mom
ice
and my
fishing.
dad, they love to go ice fishing, and they get a little tent. It's like
There's something about it. I kind of checked it out a little bit,
They're-
but I haven't officially done it.
Her father hates our comedy.
Oh my God! So my dad, a couple years ago when I was home for Christmas, Rich wasn't with us. He said, I can't remember how we got into this conversation. We were talking about comedy, and then he said, "I don't think Rich is funny."
Wow.
Well, we did a show when we first started dating. We did a fundraiser.
My
we came
sister
up for
is
free.
like the head of the fetal alcohol or something.
So we went up
charity.
there and did a
For or
free show.
against?
Yeah, no, you should drink when you're
All
pregnant.
right. Just wondering
If you want to get on this show.
if you want to host this show.
Dude, your dad openly said he doesn't like Rich's comedy,
Well, they never liked
Yes.
Bonnie.
and
So,
they never
yeah.
liked yours.
Well, they don't really. They
How about
don't.
they shut their
never ask
mouths?
questions about my stand-up. They don't
Right?
watch like
What's
any of my
that?
They
specials.
should
or
shut
anything.
their mouths.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
so
I don't
got-
know these people, but what the
Right.
fuck? You
So I
don't
got
have to
mad
like
at
be
my
rah rah
father,
rah,
yeah.
but why don't you just shut
well,
up?
he's an
about it?
old farm guy, I mean, I'm doing hot jizz jokes. I could see why.
I
he
signed
doesn't-
with Bonnie's father on this one.
I was
Are they
waiting.
religious?
No.
So it has.
No.
They hate Catholics.
They're just simple, plain. They probably what kind of comedy they like Foxworth. They
I
probably
don't know.
Cleaner.
Yes, anytime it's.
How much does that bother you? Because both of you guys, as much as we beat the shit out of you, are really funny. So how much does that bother you that
Daddy?
they don't? But how much does that bother you that they don't like it?
Well, it used to really bother me, but then at some point I felt like, oh, I can talk about whatever I want. I don't have to ever worry about them because they don't. They've never Googled me. They don't.
Do they watch you on TV?
No one else.
No, no.
Oh, my
In fact, when I
God,
was
it's
on
so
Letterman, they
weird.
said that it was on too late.
Oh, my God. It's
Yeah.
Letterman.
A little
Why
show
wouldn't
called
they-
Letterman.
What is
Yeah.
that though? What do you think that is?
It's a late night show.
Canadian.
No. Well, what is that's weird?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because
My mom
by the
told me
way-
one time. She goes, "You have to understand what you do is very remote." And I was like, "No.
Remote?
Yeah, I know." I was like, "You guys are remote."
Speaking
No.
of remote, yeah.
So how
But,
did I got to ask you, how did you get out of that world? It seems like it's a world that's tough to get out of, living that far north, and people are
Right.
set in their ways, and all of a sudden there's their daughter that wants to go to L.A. and be a comic.
Well, she did it in Canada first.
But is the rest of
Right,
the
but I
family?
mean-
Yeah, we're asking two questions. Is the rest of the family still there?
Yes,
Oh, that's why.
they're all still there.
It
They're all
represents-
in
it represents you being
Edmonton
gone.
Yeah.
You ever have to visit them, Rich?
Yeah,
And
it was
Rich,
just
they
there.
actually like Rich. I
Stinks.
mean, aside, so
Too
my
far and
father
cold.
We
has
did-
never said "I love you" ever
to you?
to
That's what
anybody.
we-
Any
That's
the
what we
kids.
have in common.
And here's the interesting thing.
Explains everything.
Is that He's been on his deathbed like 3 times.
From what?
Well, he almost died of cancer. He broke his back, and then I can't remember what he had some operation or whatever.
Wow.
But it's been close where you think like you're standing at the bed like.
Here it is.
He believes like I won't fucking say it. Like you're.
Why
like,
won't he say it?
I don't know. He comes from a different. That's.
What happens if someone says it to him?
He go, if I talk to him on the phone, I'll say, "I love you, Dad," and he'll be like, "Okay, take care of yourself."
Does
Take
he?
care of yourself."
Do you think he does and doesn't say it, or that he doesn't at all?
Well,
He just doesn't.
I don't know.
I think he does, and my sisters will defend him. They'll say, "Oh, he does."
I
You
don't
know that he
know.
does. But the thing is like I have a child now. It's like, why would you do that? Why would you not
that's
say I love
Parents
you?
are pretty fucking.
Do you like
silly.
your dad? I mean, you love him because he's your dad, but I mean, do you like him?
Well, I really liked him growing up. It's only when I got older and started sort of thinking, like I spent a lot of time in the hospital as a kid, and he never came to visit
They
me.
made her take the
Not
bus to
one
the
time.
hospital for her first operation.
They were
we told you that.
harvesting. Okay.
Wait, what was the hospital
She
shit
was
again?
8 years old, and she
Not
had,
8.
How old?
I don't know, 10, I guess.
10.
They didn't
Oh,
come visit you?
come visit. They
My
put her on a
mom did
bus
end
and made
up
her
coming
go.
to visit on the weekend, but
Wait, what was wrong with you again?
I had a lot of bladder, kidney issues.
Oh, right.
Oh
I do
boy.
know. And wait,
Yeah.
you had to go to the hospital by yourself?
Yes.
She had to take
At
a
what
bus.
age?
I think it was 10.
What a fucking.
That's mental illness. That's
Oh
crazy.
my god!
That's Asperger's mental illness.
Wow.
Put her on a bus, and she had to go cross
They were
Canada.
harvesting. It's like it's a hard
Harvesting.
family.
They would just put you on a bus and go, all right, good luck to
See
you.
you later.
Long Ingalls.
So in your adult life,
Wait. I need,
Bring
I
that,
need
bring
to
that
ask-
spleen back.
I need
I
to
don't
ask
want to
the-
talk about this
I need
anymore.
to ask the
I'm
next
sorry.
question.
I might have to go
How
to therapy.
scared were you on
no.
a bus as 10?
I don't remember being scared. I remember being like, this is an adventure. In fact, I remember the next time I went to
boy.
go, my mom was saying that you have to go back because I got some kind of a transplant. I can't remember what it's called, but it's
Were they there for the transplant?
I don't know. I can't remember if they came for the actual operation or not.
Oh man.
But I know I was in the hospital for long periods of time by myself. And
Oh man, you are just
so
wow.
I
That's
had
terrible.
I will
the
never-
tube that goes from your kidney to your bladder. I had to get replaced on one side, and then I had to go back like the next year or 2 years later and get the other one replaced. And I remember I was doing dishes with my mom, and she was telling me about it, and she looked at me and she goes, "You seem like you're excited," and I kind of was because it was like. The nurses were really nice to me. They thought it was funny. I got to watch television. I mean,
Wow,
it was
television.
Like I was willing to go through, some serious pain.
Do you have your original kidneys?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
you now understand why
I-
she found somebody incapable of showing emotion.
Right.
Yes.
Oh my God.
You're her father, and probably
Wow.
age-wise as well. You do not know how to show emotion. Like that's why the awkward, stiff hugs.
Yes.
But at least they're hugs. How many times have you said that to yourself? At least it's a hug.
Oh wow.
I think your parents could be arrested.
Yeah. That's that
terrible.
really
You're
is
sending
abuse.
a 10-year-old on a bus? I can't even wrap my head
It's
around
funny
this.
because when I told
I
Rich,
had
I
some
didn't
fucked up-
even think anything of it. I was
Dude,
like,
I had some fucked up shit happen to me growing up. You know what? You made my life way better today.
That's some
You
pretty
made my
fucked
life
up
way
shit.
better today. I'm not going to bitch as much.
That's
Holy
mental
fuck.
illness.
That's
That's complete.
And my mom
Craziness.
has mental illness, but wow, that's fucked up. She was there when we had colds and shit.
they're very, they had a lot of bad things happen as
They're farmers.
Like what?
they're farmers. Well,
They're old school farmers.
yes,
man.
I mean, they had to, they got married and then they moved to this patch of, unbroken
Of shit.
farmland, and they had to,
You ever watch those old farm shows and stuff, and shows from the 1800s and stuff?
I lived
and
in
it's
the
like
1800s.
they just the 1800s. And when their kids would die, and they wouldn't even care because it was
Yeah.
like kind of expected. They'd just have more and
Yeah.
shit. Like you were that kid that like if you just died on that bus, they'd be like, oh well.
You're an old school.
One
Yeah,
less mouths to
yes,
feed.
yes.
Is that how they survive? Do you think by having that mentality? It's the only way you can survive in that fucking
Yes.
hard
You
environment.
have to kind of develop some kind of, shield to the first of all to the elements themselves. I mean,
Oh, God.
it's cold. They lived in a house trailer with 3 kids. Before I was born. That was like very, very cold. While they were still trying to get the farm up and running and stuff. And
How many kids altogether?
so 4.
Just had kids for the
Four
heat.
girls.
Just for the fucking heat they
Well, I
throw off,
remember my-
like the Matrix.
Well, a lot of farmers had kids just, so they could work the fields. and
For
shit.
work, yeah.
Right.
You should ask your father who in his life died that depressed him so much that he didn't want to say "I love you" anymore. That's probably what
His
happened.
father died when he was 4 years old.
We the last time
Maybe that's-
we went back there.
Thanks for
Oh
bringing
my
that
God,
up.
the bus stories beyond.
In the summer, we went back, and it was a family reunion.
Yeah.
And these people came from all over Canada in RVs, and we had to do a talent show on the back porch for the family.
Okay,
And
first of all, let me finish the father story.
Oh.
So my dad said he didn't like Rich, and so I got really mad, and I said, you know what, you don't have to say it. If you know, because they like to believe that their opinion is fact, just telling the truth.
Yeah.
No one needs to hear your dumb
Nah, you
truth.
just keep that to yourself. I had an aunt like that. I fucking openly hated her. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, whatever. This is how I make my living and
have,
help
like,
and help
a
my
modicum of
family, which you're
respect.
technically part of. So shut your trap.
Right.
You know,
So-
keep it to yourself. She hated that I was a radio guy. Fucking hated it. Had to tell everybody in the family.
Why would she hate that?
Huh? Why did I hate
Have you
that?
ever
Or why
listened
did
to
she
this show?
hate that? Oh, because it's.
Oh,
this,
you want me to break it down? I'll tell you why. Because I come from a really big family, and she thought she was like the star of the family.
Oh,
and loved to
jealous.
gossip about everyone. Like she would gossip about, Rich, but then would be Rich's friend, so she could gossip about you. One of those fucking people.
Right.
She's a
And-
cunt.
Right. And when when you're
How
in
do you spell that?
not blood related, by the way, and I like to mention that. And when you're in the public eye and you come around family gatherings, and we all know
Yeah.
this,
Yeah.
people are like, wow, you got a cool job, so they kind of gravitate you toward you, and it took attention away from her. But I always downplayed it.
Right.
I really did, but it drove her fucking nuts. So she tried to break me down, and
Did you ever have it out with her?
all the fucking time, man.
Really? You just told her go fuck your? Not like that. I mean, you
All
just,
the fucking time. I left parties. One time I was growing my hair out. This is years ago. She goes, with all the money you make, you would think you would have a nice haircut. In front of everybody. I threw my fucking barbecue down in front of my dad. It bummed him out. I feel bad to this day because my dad's no longer around. And I go, I'm fucking out of here. That's all I need. And I just left. I'm like, I'm not dealing with this
Well,
shit.
and her husband was related to your family.
my dad's brother, yeah.
Oh, okay. Did he ever get in the
No,
middle?
he just let this broad fucking run his life.
Was it his first wife?
Yeah. She was a piece of work.
Yeah.
She was a piece of fucking work, and I never told anyone how much money I made. So, she was obsessed with that too. I never told anyone in my family. No one knows how much money I make. Obviously, look how I fucking dress. No one knows.
Yeah.
But she had to make it a point to tell everyone, with the amount of money you make. Like, I didn't even say hi to her yet.
Right.
That was her hi. But anyway, back to, I can relate a little bit is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you told your father, like, don't.
Yeah. So I said, I go, you don't have to say anything. I go, it's just rude.
And
you
it was
know?
a free show we did.
Anyway, yeah, we did. It was a benefit for my
Well,
sister.
did he say this beforehand or after?
This was years after the
But
benefit, but he had.
I would
seen Rich.
imagine. Sorry to interrupt again, but I just want to bring it all together. I imagine people were really enjoying the show.
They loved.
Okay.
I mean,
obviously,
yeah,
Killed, right?
Killed. Yeah, people were very. And in fact, that was the first year that she did the fundraiser, and it just got bigger and bigger until she started using. She was my sister who runs it. She was like, she decided she could just use any comic she wanted. She didn't have to pay for somebody fantastic, and so then it started to.
Yeah, and then she asked us to do it again. But I think maybe her father didn't like me because at our wedding, when everybody went up and talked, I go, and then I met Bonnie's family, and then her father touched me in the garage, I think. Didn't I say that at the wedding? That
Yeah.
He touched me
Oh no!
in the barn.
Well, I got a lot of people that jumped over to Carl's side. So.
Oh, you blew it, Rich.
So what happened when you said it to him?
So I went downstairs, went to bed, and the next day my sister, she said he didn't mean it like that, but he didn't apologize or anything. So when Rich when we went back for the family reunion last summer, they wanted us to do a show on the talent show.
With all the kids and stuff.
Oh,
And
sure.
so I didn't want to do it, but we did it anyway. And Rich was really funny. You were really funny. I was I just stood there like your sidekick hyena.
We were on the back porch, and they were all sitting in lawn chairs.
But you had to perform for your own family?
Yeah, I mean, it was.
That's gotta be weird too,
There's
right?
like 100
Yeah.
people
You know,
there.
There was like 100
Yeah, it was
people.
really awkward. It was.
You're a crazy person. How do you do that?
I would
I didn't
never
wanna
be
do
able to
it.
do that.
But you can't.
Oh my God! Can you imagine?
But if you said no, they would think you're being an asshole.
Who cares?
I mean,
They didn't take you to the hospital.
Yeah, right.
Why do you
on
say
a
you want a
bus.
show? Get on a bus and go to it.
You're like Ratso Rizzo.
Exactly. You just took a rest stop. Wasn't on the schedule.
I just want my kidney replaced.
and as a mom, can you imagine putting Raina on a bus for a fucking?
No.
Oh my
I
God.
can't even.
So how did this show go? Did your father stone
he
face
did,
him?
he did great, and then afterwards,
And this is all
we just
just
kept
for-
doing this to my dad. I'd say, wasn't he great? Wasn't he great?
I mean, it was old.
And I guess he got really mad too that night. My mom said he was in a bad
Well,
mood.
they got me. There was old people. I mean, there were some people in their 80s. You know, I'm doing crowd work and just whatever. And then we bring up a little kids and they do a dance and stuff. But I think they really started disliking us when we were asked them for directions.
Oh, one time we were trying to get directions back to the airport. So it's like a 4-hour drive, and they were like, they wouldn't give us any road names or anything. They would just be like, then there's a stop sign that's down, and you turn there. So we start making up directions, and we're killing ourselves laughing. And I look over at my mom and my dad, and they're like this.
Stone face.
You turn at the barber pole.
Yeah.
We would just.
Then there's a bridge that is obviously out, and you're gonna wanna.
They're not fun folks, are they?
They think, yeah.
Where do you get your sense of humor from then? A long lost relative.
I guess
Yeah, someone on that bus.
I'm
man.
like a Jew. I've been persecuted.
Anyone else funny in your family?
I get they're funny.
Your
You know,
sister
they're.
tell them
they
your
like to-
sister said.
That sounds hilarious.
I do have a sister who has Down syndrome. Who's
And a husband.
see, people think I married my father. I actually. I did have a therapist one time that said you're trying to recreate not just one relationship that you grew up with, but all of them.
All of them.
All of them.
Wow.
So he does fit a lot of.
Yeah, he fits the bill.
You're just like my mom. Nags me to death.
I'll let you lick her ass.
I got mine out quicker.
That's funny.
Oh, Bonnie has a hell of a story.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Oh man,
That's
right?
fucked up shit right there.
She's getting a book deal.
You're a lifetime movie.
Oh, that's great.
You are a lifetime fucking movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Yes.
totally, man.
I got out.
The Bonnie McFarlane story, starring Marky Post.
As the bus driver who cared.
Where you going, little girl? Just drop me off at any hospital.
The guy from that retarded show as her husband. Life goes on. Quirky.
So, who are you writing a book for, Oliver Twist?
Well, he's jumped the gun. I haven't actually got the book deal, but I had a meeting with
It's looking good, hopefully.
some people.
You should. That'd probably be fascinating.
That's amazing.
It's
shit.
great.
Oh, all that early shit is fucking
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
killer. God, fucking Canada's just weirdos. And I'm not talking the Canada near us, because that's
By the
kinda,
way,
that's
those
kinda
operations
US.
were free.
Oh, right.
I had to pay for the bus, but the
Yeah,
operations,
yeah.
How long was
No
the bus ride
care.
again?
I don't know.
Do you have a picture of your dad? I met your family.
No, I don't.
Did I meet them at the
Yes,
wedding?
yeah, they love you. They love you. They follow. I think that they love you more than Rich.
Oh. If you had to pick a celebrity that your dad kind of resembled, who would you pick? Just so we could get a little.
Like growing up, or now that he's old.
Well, growing up and now.
Both,
Let's
yeah.
see.
Oh, there is a actor that Jesus, now I can't remember his name. Oh, brother, this is
Boy.
going to be bad.
Usually, if you just go, he was in, and then I'll be like, oh, that guy.
Yeah.
I watch too much.
Midnight Run, Yaphet Kotto.
just start naming people. Masden.
Madden.
No, is there an actor?
Michael Madden.
Michael Madden.
Michael Madsen.
Michael
Madsen.
Madsen.
Michael
That's it.
Madsen.
No,
Yeah.
like Michael
Wow.
Madsen.
Yes, when he was younger, yeah.
And just
Yeah.
as stable as Michael
Yeah.
Madsen.
Exactly. Did he ever talk into your severed ear?
He hasn't been
Isn't
on the
his
show in a
sister
while.
an actress, Michael Madsen?
Yeah, Virginia.
Yeah, Virginia fucking won
Won an Oscar.
Yeah, she did.
I don't know what she looks like. I know her, but
You know it.
People
I've seen
say
her.
I actually look like her.
Virginia Madsen.
Not at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
And her sister, I mean, Andrea's cool. Like when we go visit,
Andrea's a delight.
Andrea and her husband are cool.
They still live up in that
Your
area?
other sister, her husband's cool. The The kid was making fun of me. I think. See, we did a podcast and kind of smashed her.
Well,
sister.
yes. Okay. Oh, this is the
boy.
thing. So they've never listened to anything I've ever done. So we do a podcast where we talk about my sister and her charity and how she, she's the head of a charity, but she's got a big house and, she makes a lot of money. But she acts like she's Mother Teresa, She wants everyone
Right.
to do free stuff for her. And so we were talking about that on our podcast. And
No.
she emails me a podcast, Bonnie. And I was like, I couldn't figure out. Is she
no.
asking, should she do one? I didn't know at first.
Yeah.
And then, so she heard that podcast. I don't know why
Was she
or
wicked
how.
pissed?
Yes, she won't talk to me.
She still won't talk to you.
Well, kind of.
Now she will.
How long ago was it?
A year
that
ago.
was a-
It was like our third podcast.
Yeah.
Did you apologize to her?
I said, I talk about my life a lot in my art, and I'm sorry you got dragged into it. I meant it to be humorous.
right,
sorry.
right.
I can't say I don't, I can't take it back completely because it's.
Sure.
Well, you'd be like, I didn't mean for you to hear.
I didn't mean. Yeah, I'm sorry you heard that. That's the apology.
That means
goes
she
along
listens
with
to all your shit. She just doesn't tell you.
No,
I
they
think
listen.
what some happened is that somebody in
Second.
that town heard. We
okay.
do have fans that span.
The
two
cab driver
continents.
listens
No.
to Opie and Anthony, the one cab driver up there.
Yeah.
Remember?
the one cab driver up there.
No, that was when she was She was in one of the territories. She was in like way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because she's like fetal alcohol. I mean, she goes to.
Wait, what kind of people live in the territories? Like, how far north of you
Aren't they like
can
the,
you drive?
Aren't they like the
Inuit?
Indian versions of like American Indians, but it's the Canadian Indian versions
The
of people that live up
Aborigines.
there?
Yes.
Are they like Eskimos?
They're. Oh, you want to hear? I don't know. I really don't know. They're Aborigines.
They're just the indigenous population of
Yes.
Canada. Do you know Canada? Like even the fucking Canadian pavilion in Epcot stinks. It's not even exciting at Disney. It's terrible.
You're
I
trashing
hate
her country. And
Oh,
Dita,
fuck
she
that
loves
country.
It. She was rooting for him during the Olympics.
Not that northern Canadian shit. Like southern Canada, that's pretty cool because it's very kind of the same.
It's American.
Toronto, Montreal.
Right, Montreal.
Vancouver.
When we were in
What's it like?
Edmonton doing a show, he sees this table of Asian people and air quotes, and
Yeah.
he starts making Asian jokes, and everyone's laughing, and everyone in the audience knows that he's mistaken Indian people,
Oh
natives
no!
for Asians, and he's just doing these stereotypical.
So
oh,
they
God.
were Indians,
They were Canadian Indians,
and he thought they were Asian because they
looked
kind
it.
of have that Asian
Yes,
kind
and
of
it's
face.
dark.
A mongrel look here.
Because they came over across
Mongol.
the land
yes,
bridge.
yep.
Yes, from Alaska over the straits and fucking when everything was
I
frozen.
wish I knew they were Indians.
So they
I
had
would
their
have better material.
little
You're not
eyes kind
supposed
of
to
look
say
Asian.
Indians. It's
No, what's the political correct
I think
term
they call
for-
those
Drunks.
people Aborigines.
Really? I thought that was like Australia only had those.
No,
I know, 'cause, like we got to call them like not American Indian, but
Native American?
Native
Native
American.
American.
Native American.
If you call them Indians, they freak
But
out.
then when
I
you
guess-
call blacks Native Americans, they get mad. So where do you,
Oh,
you
boy.
know what I mean?
Well, they're not
Indians
like
hate when you look at them and go, "Hey, you want?"
.com.
We have to take a break. Brian Regan's here.
Oh,
Brian.
So, the movie? Wow.
Oh man,
Learned a lot about Bonnie today.
This
fucking
None of that's in the
fantastic.
movie. by
this
the
Saturday
way.
at 1 o'clock. Well, next weekend I'm at Bananas in Poughkeepsie too.
Very cool. Yeah, the movie, though, tomorrow at Caroline's. It's open to the public, right? 1 o'clock
Yes.
tomorrow
1
at
o'clock.
Caroline's. You can see Women Aren't Funny. Rich Voss and Bonnie McFarlane. The movie's great. It really is.
The sounds, here's the thing: we're not getting kicked out, are we?
No.
Okay, because that's
Brian,
the way it always sounds when you're doing radio on the
Shut
road.
up.
Okay.
You can move over to where Bonnie is, though. Give the seat to Brian Regan.
Okay.
And,
It's one of my favorites.
or beat it.
We'll put a mic up.
Or beat it.
I'm not beating it.
Or you could sleep in your car for a couple hours to save on the parking. You never disappoint. And the podcast, of course, still going strong.
My wife hates me. Yeah.
How do they see that or hear that?
iTunes or riotcast.com. There's even a Riotcast app. And there's a lot of podcasts. Bobby's is on it. Florentine.
Just promote yours.
Oh, my
What's
wife.
wrong with you?
Because I'm a
Rich.
team player. It's
They'll
called being a
promote
team
their
player.
own.
My
Don't be a
wife
team
hates
player.
me.
You're desperate for money right now.
And my CD, Still Empty Inside's up for a Grammy, so Still Empty Inside
How
on
cool would that
iTunes. On iTunes.
All right, we're going to continue with Brian Regan, Rich Voss, and Bonnie McFarlane, everyone. been a busy week on the Opie and Anthony Show, starring Jim Norton. We got Rich Voss and Bonnie still here. We got Brian Regan outside the studio.
I'm in Addison next week, by the way. I got to promote. Plenty of tickets available in the Dallas Improv in Addison.
Nice. Brian.
Weekend.
Hello.
Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Hi,
How are you,
Brian.
sir?
Great.
All right. Oh, this microphone situation is stupid.
Yeah. Give him the better mic.
We're trying to get a table mic, but apparently nobody in this fucking building knows where our table mic is, which we had the
We're
other day.
trying to get a table, Mike.
Ah,
I like just like this.
what's up, Brian?
Brian Regan.
All right. How you guys doing?
All right.
When was the last time you were here?
It was a while
right?
ago, man.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Was it a year?
I don't know. But it's been a little while. It's always good to be back, man.
Yes.
You guys are good human beings.
Is that
No,
mic
we're
bugging you, Brian, the way
terrible.
it's falling down?
We're
all right. I
terrible
gotta figure
human beings.
Oh, you're terrible human
We're
beings.
awful human beings.
I had it wrong then. I'm sorry. You
Yeah.
guys are terrible human beings.
We're awfulness.
I was thinking of somebody else.
Where's Brian going to be? Because I have not seen Brian in a while.
I would love to see Brian.
And
Regan.
I would love to fucking see Brian. You know what I like doing? I like taking people to see Brian. Because they laugh hysterically, and you're like a hero. Like, that guy was fucking hilarious. And you're
Brian
just kind of
is
sitting there.
the
Like,
real
yeah,
Very kind.
you
no-
do all the work, and I look like a fucking hero.
Beacon.
Yes.
Oh, he's playing a little place called the Beacon Theater
Oh, that's quaint.
tonight, right?
It's an acoustic show. It's a little,
You didn't bring the whole band with you?
no, it's just me.
Just you and a ukulele?
Regan unplugged. I like
Nice.
it.
Little place called the Beacon Theater. Fuck, that's awesome.
The New York Comedy Festival deal.
Yeah.
You talked about it last time. Just going to ask this: how's things going
Things are good.
personally?
Good.
Okay.
Things are really good.
I don't know how much you want to say, but you kind of like let it out a little bit last time you were here. You were going through a separation, right?
Not Weber.
Yeah, well, that separation became successful. It was a successful separation.
I don't know how to like. I don't know if he wants to talk about, but I know you did a little bit last time, so I want to see how everything's
Yeah,
all right.
everything is a-okay.
All right,
You
good.
know?
Good.
Life is wonderful. It really is.
Everyone's just moving on.
I really
Yeah.
want to talk about it. I want to find out, like,
Okay.
Yeah.
what the, like, I mean, I hate my husband, but we're never going to get divorced.
Oh, guess again.
Oh,
Brian, you're in the middle of these two. Have fun
man.
with that.
Well, see, now hating the husband is a sign that it's not going to work out, right? Isn't that like a clear sign?
Yeah, that's usually.
You would think.
Wow.
That's with somebody with a steam.
It's a red flag.
You're going to
Okay.
work around the hatred part. Oh, all right.
it's either stay married to him or start cutting myself. So,
Oh, that's good.
Might become a cutter.
That.
yeah.
Oh, man.
Cutter. But you still living in Vegas?
Yes.
Oh, how's that? You like that still? I hear the economy is really kind of shitty in Vegas.
Yeah, but I'm rich as shit.
This is a new Brian Regan.
That don't bother me.
That's great.
There's a lot of people hurt. There's a lot of people hurting out there, but I'm doing great.
You ain't one of them.
This is the new Brian.
Wow.
I got that girl and I licked her box. And
Oh my God.
I think it's the first time you ever cursed on our show.
Did I curse?
Nah.
yeah,
you
you said
might
the
have.
S word.
You might have.
So you're rich as
You're
shit.
allowed to.
All
though.
right,
You're allowed to
That's
here.
all right.
Bleep that out.
We'll bleep that out.
Yeah,
for,
this is taped, right? For,
Yeah, yeah.
This is family
for
entertainment.
future broadcast.
Brian Regan is family
Gaffigan is
entertainment.
rolling over in his apartment.
Oh, man.
Were you able to, were you able to retain your house, or do you have to get another house? I know you're rich,
No,
but that
was-
never comes in. That's never a fun thing. Brian, your pal Anthony's been through this one.
Okay.
And it's not a fun thing.
Right.
Did you have to leave everything that you owned?
We just got rid of the house and started separate situations.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I was just wondering. I don't mean to
I'm a
pry.
start fresh kind of person.
That's
I
good,
don't-
right?
Yeah.
I don't want to bring furniture from the I just want
No.
Look, Jim's
clean
on
slate.
TV. Oh, too bad. You guys
Oh, no, we
I
missed
saw
it.
that
Wow.
and it looked a lot like me. I thought the same thing.
That is good. Like just start fresh. You don't want any like old fucking memory things, or if the couch cushion smells like her.
It seemed like
Get out of here.
No, nothing negative. It's all good.
All right, good.
And it seems like
I was talking about myself.
Oh,
I did the same thing.
But
I just didn't want
the point is, you went years. It seems like this was quick for Brian.
I hope so.
And it went through how many years was it in the end?
3 years.
3 years.
Well, you were married. You were married 3 years.
I was married 9 years. The divorce took 3 years, and I had to pay her for a total of 9 years. It was horrible.
Wait, you still only had to pay her for 6 years, you're saying?
No, I had to pay her during the divorce for 3 years, and then an additional 6 years.
He just did a quick subtraction.
Oh, did he?
9 minus 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean you had to pay her for 9 years?
A total of 9 years. From the time we started the divorce proceedings, I had to pay her support.
Oh, okay.
And then I had to pay her the settlement thing that we came across, and it was a lot of money, and fucking for a total of 9 years of paying her for 9 years.
And you're done. When were you done?
And Rich goes, and you're done. Do you understand what he's
done.
trying to say? It was a nightmare.
I was
it went
done
on way too long.
in
not too long ago.
yeah, it was like
Only a couple of years at this point.
Rich, if you understand,
2009?
close your mouth.
I think it was 2008 or 2009.
Wow.
It's terrible.
That's when it starts, or that's when?
No, that's when I stopped paying.
Oh, yeah, that was
that's
the
when
end
the
of the
last payment. I actually japped her on the last payment too.
If
It's
a
like,
wife-
what's she gonna do? What's she gonna do? So I took a couple of bucks off, literally $2.
Really showed her.
Yeah.
Wow.
Showed her.
Did
It's
you
the
write
principle
in
of
the
it.
memo payment in full?
Yeah,
Just
paid
to make-
in full. Thank you.
So, how long have you actually been split now and you're on your own?
2 years.
Oh, it's a while. Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Wow, this is so uncomfortable. He doesn't want to talk
Brian
about
is
it.
That's not a bad.
Brian Regan. Brian Regan, is there a young lady in your life?
I love how he talks. A young lady.
You feel like he doesn't want to talk about it?
Well, I mean, he's one of the funniest guys on the planet.
Right.
You bring up the most depressing subject.
We've been
hey,
friends.
Brian,
Oh,
anybody you know dying?
We've known him forever, so we want to make sure. All I wanted to make sure he's doing all
I
right.
take it
That's
in
all.
a good way.
It's what
I
we
take
do
it-
here. We just talk to each other. What
The fuck?
would you like, Rich? So, Brian, tell us about the plane you were on.
Pop-Tarts?
Well, he's our friend. We want to know
We
what's
could
going
talk
on with
about
him.
we could talk about Pop-Tarts or
Yeah.
something if you want.
How else do I feel better about myself? Because Brian is doing the beacon and I'm not. How else do I
That's
feel
true.
better about myself? I find out that he has personal problems
Through
just like
other
I have.
people's misery.
Yes.
At some point.
I gain confidence.
That's how we feel better about ourselves.
Nice.
It's
Human nature.
It is. It's a microcosm of the actual world in here right now. We are pecking away, trying to get someone's misery so we can go, I feel so much better about me.
So why don't you guys just drive through Staten Island and go, ooh, at least I'm not living like that.
Richard.
That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
Too
It's-
You could have just said drive through Staten Island. We understood what
Yeah,
you meant.
we
You
got
had
the
to
whole
act
thing.
out what we would
Yeah.
say.
Brian, we had a superstorm hit the Northeast. I don't know if you know.
Oh, man.
Big, huge
I-
superstorm. And Ant doesn't have. Oh, you're too rich to know.
Yeah,
I'm without power.
I've been enjoying champagne. No, of
Yes.
course I heard. So, I have to say the obligatory, my thoughts
Thoughts,
and
prayers.
prayers go out to those
A
affected.
champagne cork scuffed my wall, so I understand having to bring in somebody to repair things in a house.
I relate completely.
Yes, indeed.
Ant's been
No, it's
without
been
power.
brutal.
Without power for 11 days. I'm
11
going on
days.
11 days, no power.
Ah.
And the gas situation in New York is crazy. You can't get gasoline.
What's going on with the crane? That was the big thing on the news for people who weren't in New York. was
Well,
the hanging, dangling
young
crane thing.
Danielson used it against Cobra Kai. Oof. Don't look at me like that, Jimmy.
Why? I'm ashamed of you.
They strapped down the crane, Brian.
Crane is strapped?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's still strapped down.
Yeah.
Probably like old news. It's probably
It looked like
Oh,
been
yeah.
taken care of for
That's
7 days,
crazy.
and I'm bringing it up.
it looked like a limp dick for a few days there.
It was hanging, swinging in the breeze,
It was
as
just
they
kinda
say.
swinging in the breeze.
So winging in the breeze.
I drove by a construction site and saw a crane with a sign on it that said 24-hour crane service. And I'm like, who's going to need a crane like at 3 o'clock in the morning? Is a guy going to wake up, I got to build a skyscraper. Honey, where's the crane number? Remember we wrote it down just in case? It's got to be up by sunrise. I don't understand the selling point.
Yeah, 24-hour crane.
I have a feeling he wanted us to ask him about cranes.
Maybe,
No,
but that's okay.
I brought it up
I think he had to set up his own
Yeah, I
joke.
set up
I
my own
know.
joke.
That's not fun.
Hey, let me ask you.
He doesn't
the
give a fuck
hurricanes,
about
did
the crane.
The hurricanes, did it affect any of the donut shops around here?
Well, matter of fact, it did. Why would you ask such a question, Brian?
Yeah, I was thinking because I was in one, right? No, I'm not doing it.
Oh, of course
No, I'm not doing it.
You're still touring all over the country, huh?
Yeah.
I don't see you back here in New York as much, though.
Well, I miss New York a lot. I do the comedy festival every 2 years, but
Yeah.
I'd like to come more often than that.
Yes. I mean,
I miss you guys.
Yeah, what's going on then?
doesn't?
You don't come around this way
It's
anymore.
just because I'm not performing here. That's the only reason.
Yeah, but everyone
That's why I
wants
want
you
to perform here.
You
Last
should
time you
perform
came
here
through,
more.
you weren't here. You were doing other gigs, but you came through. You were here for something else, I think.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Letterman, I think it was.
You might have been.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Any Lettermans or anything this time around?
Not this time around.
Son
no.
of a bitch.
Yeah.
Fuck's wrong with
Yeah,
Dave?
fuck Letterman.
Come on, man. Oh, no.
Well, if he's not booking Brian Regan.
How many have you
and we
done?
love him. We love the guy.
How many
but
Lettermans have you
Fuck
done?
him now.
Did the 25th
Wow.
Get the fuck. Are you
That's a lot. Damn,
a couple
that's
months
pretty
ago.
good.
That's
The
awesome.
show's on very late at night.
Bonnie's father
Yeah.
said that to Bonnie once when she was on.
Really?
He didn't watch because it was
That's
on
too
really
funny.
late.
It was on very late at night.
Yeah, he never,
That's so bad to do to
Brian, he loves it.
That's so bad to do to your
loves it.
I
daughter.
relate to that completely.
Yeah?
I relate to when you try to tell people that you're going to be on something and they'll, tell you that they don't want to, stay up. That, we go to bed at 11. You go, well, damn, what kind of friend are you? Are you serious? So who said that? Your dad?
My dad, yeah.
Wow, that's funny.
Yeah, I guess it's,
No, it's not.
I heard that Robert Klein was trying to tell his mother that he was going to be on Letterman, and he's like, I don't know if we get that channel. It's like, it's CBS, you get it.
Yes, that's
Trust
my
me, you
family.
get it.
Oh, my God. They just don't know.
it's not as important to them as
Yeah.
yourself.
They've got to harvest.
They had to harvest, Brian Regan. They had to get up early to fucking harvest the fields. That's right.
Do you deal when you're traveling around with people? They get upset with you if you don't tell them they're coming to town, that you're coming
Yes.
to town,
Yeah.
and then
But what are you going to do? Like text everybody?
right,
Or,
and then if you do tell them and they can't make it, then you feel like you're kind of a jerk for throwing it out there. So it's kind of a no-win situation. you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, if they
Kobayashi
cared,
Maru.
they'd follow you on Twitter or follow your website if they gave a shit.
That's true.
Fuck them.
How come you didn't tell me you were coming to town? Was that my job?
Yes.
I have a website.
Yeah, why
That's
are you
what I say to my mom and
responsible
dad. I got a website.
for- Just look
I want to
into
take
it.
notes every once in a while.
JimBrianRegan.com, mom and dad. Tell you where I'm going to be.
You doing any stuff up there in Canada?
Up there?
Bonnie McFarlane's home
Cold Lake,
country?
Alberta.
Nothing soon.
No, huh?
It's
Jay
way
Moore
up
just
there.
did Cold Lake.
Did he?
Yeah.
He hated it.
Did he really?
He hated the area. He liked the gig.
Yeah, he said that.
Stop it.
It's a horrible place, according to Jay Moore.
First time I ever performed in Canada was in Winnipeg,
Yeah.
and the Winnipeg Jets were the NHL team. I don't know if they still are, but it was this nightclub that was going to have comedy, and the Winnipeg Jets were in the hockey playoffs. If I know anything about Canada, I know they like hockey.
Yes, they love it.
So I go in,
It's on their
and
money.
all these TV
Yes.
screens are hanging with the Winnipeg Jets about to start a playoff hockey game. And the club owner comes up, all right, we're going to go ahead and pull the screens up and start the comedy
Oh,
show.
shit.
And I'm like, I want to live. I want to live another day. This is my first night in Canada. Please, I cannot possibly trump hockey in Canada.
Wow. That's a tough spot.
Yeah.
So what did he do?
He said these people, if they wanted to watch hockey, they wouldn't be here. So he pulled the screens up.
Did they boo?
No, they were.
didn't?
It was very bizarre.
Oh, Canada doesn't boo. They
Hide
grumble
it.
a little to themselves.
Oh, they're
Well,
passive
God
aggressive.
damn it. Oh, Jesus.
Passive aggressive people.
Oh, my. This
Remember
is
the
really
plane when
terrible.
they all were missing their crews?
Yeah, we were trying to get out of Canada once.
Out of
and,
Edmonton.
and the plane broke.
Yeah.
But all these people were there. They were all flying to California to get a. I don't know why
cruise.
there were so many of them going on the same cruise, and they were going to miss their
One
cruise,
vacation.
their one vacation and we were the only ones complaining.
Online, and we just
we
had to
were
go
the only-
nowhere.
We had nowhere to go, nothing to do.
What were they saying?
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh well, it happens."
Really?
Oh boy.
Better here than up there.
Exactly. We were like the asshole American. Just,
That's
Rich
funny.
was like, I heard it break. You gotta get us on another
The
plane.
tow bar or something broke, and I heard it, and they go, "Well, it's beyond our control." No, you guys had faulty equipment. Don't fucking.
Of
lie.
course. What airline was it?
I don't
I don't
remember.
remember, but I had to get back. And,
United,
'cause
maybe.
You know, when you're in the back and they pull away from the gate, but then they're just sitting there for a while, and then increasingly you get that anxious feeling, especially if you have a connection. And then the captain gets on with the, folks, I'm going to get you caught up on what's going on up here. Now, you know that's never going to be followed with anything good.
Right.
Let me tell you what's going on up here, folks. We found a big bag of money on board. And the rules are that the money gets divvied equally amongst all the passengers. And the reason for the delay is that the rubber bands we've been using are snapping on the size of these bundles. So we apologize.
I flew,
Never that.
a month or 2 months ago, and
I think it was on a Tuesday. Well, no, it was a Thursday.
Might have been a Thursday.
It could have been a Thursday. The weather, I think it was mild, 64 degrees with partly cloudy skies.
He loves details in his stories, Brian.
Funny.
So
huh?
also-
he
All
just.
the wrong
It's the wrong
details.
details.
So,
Okay,
like, if
and-
a chicken crossed the road story, it was a Tuesday. The chicken started to no, wait, it was a Wednesday.
I think it was either a roaster or a Rhode Island Red or something. His beak, it was one with the thing under the neck.
No, see, that's too much about the chicken.
About the
He'd
chicken,
have,
right,
he'd
right.
have to make it about himself.
It was more the road itself too was more asphalt and concrete.
so listen. This is a $300 pair of sunglasses was stolen out of my golf bag, right? So the ones you told me to get, the whatever.
cares what
so
they are.
Stop pointing
Well,
at
anyhow,
people who aren't
so-
listening to you. Just tell the story.
all right, quit sitting like you're a headliner. So anyhow,
Oh, wow. Brian, you're
So-
right in the middle of this?
Brutal.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a light little jab.
But you should
right
see
cross after.
so
at home we're just hugging the entire time.
So,
This is all an act.
So the sunglasses were stolen. I put the claim. They caught the people, the TSA people that were stealing them. They caught them in Newark, and they said, "We don't cover sunglasses." Well, they caught the fucking guy that was stealing the stuff. Maybe
They don't
could-
cover his stolen goods?
They don't cover so many. There's a list of things they don't cover.
Well, he's a criminal. He did something illegal. You got to take up a civil case with him
Right.
for your sunglasses.
Nah, but if he works for the...
he worked
for the airline?
TSA.
Then you got to sue the
TSA.
airline.
Oh.
Just walk up to any black guy at the airport and be like, "Where's my sunglasses?"
Oh, shit.
I was,
And then they just give them to you.
hey, everybody.
That would be great.
I was trying to get Anthony to like me.
Oh, it worked. It worked. McFarlane, it worked. Fucking fantastic.
So you
Yeah, no.
lost your sunglasses.
Yeah, but they caught the guy. It was in the paper.
We heard the story.
Exactly. How are you going to
They just-
reiterate it? We got it. This
Well,
is
what
not...
I'm
It's a
saying is,
mystery.
what's
You
my
understand what I'm
recourse?
saying?
What's
Yes.
my
Yeah, we
recourse?
do.
Oh,
And they
fucking
also
bullet
stole
to the head.
Yeah, exactly.
a $200
Suicide will show them.
a golf harness. They took my golf harness.
Oh,
$200.
boy. That
Just
stinks.
fucking-
What's a golf harness?
It's a golf harness.
It's a thing you get.
It's a
and it has
swing
the same-
correction.
It's a swing thing, yeah.
What did they think it was when they stole it? Because no way they were
know.
stealing a golf harness.
of course.
I don't fucking know. All I
I thought it was a
know is
holster.
When you threw it in the gray bin, the guy behind you, oh my God, is that a golf harness? I gotta get my hands on that thing. Leave the laptop. I need the golf harness.
Jesus Christ, Rich.
Hey, we got Bond coming in today, by the way. Roger Moore.
Yes.
Oh, Roger Moore will be in later. What time? Like
9:15.
Yeah, I know we got plenty of
9:15
time,
or
but I see him
something.
on
plenty
TV
of
right now. Wow, he looks all right. He's in his 80s.
Yeah. Egg whites.
50 years of Agent 007.
Couldn't eat an egg. Fucking get the yolk with it.
Yeah.
Yolk is the whole flavor part.
I like a good
It's
egg
like, you
white.
want some Kool-Aid? Yeah, and then someone gives you water. He goes, well, I left the Kool-Aid out.
You drink the Kool-Aid every time you go on faux news.
The yolk is the fucking part of the egg.
That everyone laughs at.
Yeah.
Bacon is the key.
That's great.
Yeah, I know.
Canadian
And the
bacon is good. Is that turkey bacon?
Turkey bacon.
Turkey bacon.
I love turkey bacon.
No, just go all in.
I
It's
love
like
turkey, but I
health,
enjoy turkey bacon more.
No,
I enjoy the
no one,
flavor.
no one,
Look
no one
like a
enjoys
turkey.
it more.
You feel like you're eating a
It's not any healthier.
No.
No?
Turkey bacon is not any healthier
No.
than regular
I
bacon.
thought it was.
Brian's moderating.
Why do you
Brian's
say no?
moderating
Eating
this
these.
turkey bacon debate.
Isn't turkey better for you than fucking ham, though?
Yeah, it's better.
Brian hasn't been
it's
around
better
a while.
for
We
your
do food
cholesterol.
segments now. on the Open Mic
yeah.
Great class.
They pretty
Brian's
much
been
processed, all that
they
sodium.
stopped us from doing all that stuff with
Right, so we
naked
penciled in
girls and
talking about bacon today.
doing all that stuff. So we just decided, let's talk some food, a
Yeah.
little food break.
We're foodies.
I had, I'm trying to like lose a couple pounds,
Oh,
right?
you look
You don't need to, man. You look great.
You look terrific, Brian.
Doesn't he look great?
He looks
everybody?
great.
Doesn't he
looks
look
Come
great.
on now.
I thought you lost some already.
All right.
We're all
Cue
about
Rich
positive
to show
reinforcement
his-
here.
Time for Rich to show his abs.
You guys are sweet.
Would you like to see Rich's abs?
Oh, God.
Abs. Oh. Yeah, I was
want
was
it?
hoping to.
Yeah.
I thought you said ass.
Oh,
Well, he'll show you that,
there
too.
he
He loves
This
doing
is
this.
so
He loves doing
stupid.
this.
What is that?
I love though that he has to go concave.
Why does he
Like,
do that?
yeah.
Yes, he hunches over every
Yeah,
time
because
he does it.
He's an asshole, that's why.
Brian doesn't know what he just saw.
So is that the way to get abs? Is you bend over so much that the rolls look like abs?
Yes.
Hard as a rock, baby.
Yes.
It's never been described that way before.
By the way, he just said hard as a rock, baby. For those of you out there, he touched his head.
Wow.
Oh shit, Rich! Why do you do that?
First of all, you can do all this laughing and chirping, but you're the one who's got to drive home with me. You'll pay then.
Okay.
Oh, that's real nice.
I don't know what that means. Like you're gonna.
So Brian looks like he lost a few pounds and he wants to
No.
lose maybe a few more.
I'm trying to eat.
That drive home goes like Vanilla Sky.
Yeah. Wow.
Do you guys get along? Because it don't sound like it. No. I mean, like when you're just hanging out, life's good, right?
We don't talk.
No.
No, we get along.
Brian's,
Yeah?
Brian's going to lose a few pounds, eh?
Oh my God, there's Roger Moore on
Roger
Morning
Moore
Joe. Oh boy.
That's what I said earlier. I said he looked good.
See, yeah, Rich is
weren't
actually just
looking
2
up.
years older than him.
Yeah.
He's in his 80s. He
Wow.
that's good for 80s. Are you kidding?
0080.
He does. Wow, those glasses are thick.
But
huh?
Brian is
boy.
talking about losing a few pounds.
So, Brian, what do you
no,
want to do?
this is-
What have you been doing for
Sorry,
this?
Brian.
It's
Sorry.
torturously long
It's-
setup. It ain't gonna fly. I know better than to go for this now.
I want to know about it, though, because I'm trying
We
to
really
lose some
wanna
weight,
know.
too.
So you guys are trying to lose some weight?
We're all
you know,
trying to, yeah.
I'm trying to lose some weight.
Are you, Brian?
Yeah.
So what have you been doing?
Well, I have a friend who said it's about food combinations. Have you heard about this?
Yeah.
Yes, I
I
have.
said you can eat whatever you want. It's the combinations of how you put the food together. She said, for example, you wouldn't want to eat like steak and potatoes together, but you could have plankton and alfalfa sprigs. It's just the combinations. That's all it is. It's the combinations of how you put the food together. Like, for example, you wouldn't want to eat like spaghetti and meatballs, to pick something at random. You wouldn't want those together, but you could have wheat, soy, and raisin skins. Not the whole raisin. You take the skins and you steam them.
The combination.
It's the combination.
It's all about the
Yeah.
Those
combination.
second
that's how you
options
put the
don't
food
sound
together.
good at all, though.
No, I like the first option.
There's a drop off on the
Second ones
option,
don't
right?
seem as tasty.
That was my feeling.
Yeah,
I like the
yeah.
first ones.
The first ones
Yes.
sounded tasty.
And those are the ones that she says no
That
to.
you got to steer clear of. Right. Damn it.
Have you ever tried those Korean what are they called, Rich?
Kimchi?
No,
those,
they're
broads?
Seaweed. The
Seaweed
Massages?
Exactly. The DMZ.
Devolved immediately.
Starving my population.
Korean.
Korean what? Seaweed?
Seaweed snacks.
Ew.
They're
Yeah,
so
what the
good.
fuck?
Get some-
No,
get some
no
in
one's
here
gonna eat-
right now.
No, they're
Is there
not.
carbs in there? They probably are good.
They're great.
You had them?
No.
Are there carbs in
How
there?
you know they're
Great.
not
No.
blood?
Because
It's
it's seaweed.
seaweed.
Seaweed and snack.
But
Seaweed
if you
salad.
like it,
It's the two things that don't go together.
Yeah.
But that's a good combination.
If you're gonna have a
you
snack,
can have
have
the
a snack.
seaweed and the snack.
get them in here, man. You're
No.
they're
No.
addictive.
I
You're
bet you they're good. Seaweed and peanut butter is delicious. I made that up, but I like seaweed.
like, okay,
Why would you call it a snack
If
if you're eating
seaweed's the name of your
seaweed?
dog.
It's really good.
So what a
Or it's short for cuntweed.
how's the seaweed? What is it? Like a
It's
chip
like a little
or?
Seaweed,
paper
it's
thin.
What's that?
on the,
It's pubic hair.
What's that?
Seaweed.
It's very, very thin, like a little piece of very thin paper. Green.
Oh yeah. What did you think it was, bro? What did you ask?
You wanted to know
how it comes
Oh.
in what form? It just
Somebody
Yeah, what
get
is
us
it?
some seaweed snacks.
What does it come like in a box like envelopes? What is it? How does it?
Yeah, it comes in a little like
Sounds
square
awful.
container.
Yeah,
Oh, they're good.
You just pull them
And you
out.
pull one out.
Are
at a
they
time.
soft or are they like
They're
hard?
crispy. They're like,
They're-
it's
they're-
like eating a snack.
It is a snack.
seaweed envelope.
It's like eating a snack.
Brother.
It's almost like eating something good.
Yeah.
No.
It's
No, if
almost
you,
like
if you
a snack.
love really yummy things like chips and
What's that?
stuff.
Oh, yeah, you're not gonna like it.
You know
No,
what
you
I
don't.
think? If you like stuff like chips,
What's that?
Have chips.
What's that?
Right, Chip? Chip thinks you're
It's got a lot of saturated
calling his name.
fats.
Chip Chipperson. He gets very excited when he hears the word chip.
Oh,
Don't you have an intern that we can send out for some seaweed snacks?
Yeah, can we get seaweed snacks there?
I would actually. I think I was going to buy them once, but I didn't. I thought they might have like a lot of. Might be like eating like pretzels or something.
yeah. Don't shell out the 90 cents that they are to try them.
No, it was for health purposes. I was afraid it would be like eating pretzels. I'm trying not to
How
eat
would
that.
seaweed snacks be anything but good for you
Yeah. I don't
when
know.
they
Why
taste
did you
so
look at the
shitty?
side of the thing?
I was
It
busy.
says.
Anything
rush.
that's seaweed, like
This
that's
whole
why they
story's
made
full
it
of
out of
holes.
seaweed, because it's fucking it's not going to put any pounds on you. It's seaweed.
There's a lot of tension in the room, Brian.
Listen, if
I
you want to have a
apologize.
fair test
Yes.
about
Yeah.
the seaweed,
Yes.
if you're going to get the seaweed things,
Yeah, we
you
are.
also have to get chocolate iced donuts.
Yes.
And you have to do a taste
We need a
test. You
control.
don't just eat the one and go,
first
hey,
of
that's
all-
not bad.
Right.
You also eat the donut and go, which would you rather have?
But
Exactly.
you have to have the donut first.
Entenmann's chocolate donuts. Get some of those.
Let's do this.
And then we'll do a taste test.
Brian-
Delicious seaweed snacks.
Brian is onto something.
And
here.
can I
You should at least do the same food
Oh,
group
oh.
though, like
No.
like
That's
a,
all
a
right.
chip or a
that?
pretzel.
No, we're
I
doing
got
it
you.
Brian's
But
way.
there's nothing that
It's a
compares
snack.
to a seaweed.
It says seaweed snack, so a donut's a snack.
That's right.
Cookies a snack.
Right. It's the same group, Bonnie.
I had no idea you'd get this angry.
I'm angry. I've been angry since Tuesday.
Since Tuesday, since you were 7.
Oh, okay. I meant when I was 2. Tuesday.
You guys are
Gosh.
terrific.
Gosh.
All right, we're gonna get some seaweed snacks. then.
Yes, please.
Some
I'm
nice
starving.
donuts.
I am
Great.
hungry.
I'll fucking eat them through my krill. See? If anybody watched any of those whale documentaries, I
I
guess you
thought
didn't.
that was hilarious.
It's a krill joke.
Let's
love
get
a good-
Roger Moore to eat seaweed snacks.
Yeah, against his will.
Yes.
Let's hold the
We'll
back
hold
of his
him down.
head. Force feed him seaweed.
They give you raging diarrhea though. That's the only.
Do they really?
No, they
Raging.
don't.
Raging.
Well, there's
You actually just sold me on them. I fucking love a good. I love a good shit where I have to clean under the seat.
Oh, I feel so sorry.
I didn't shit unless I have to lift the seat and wipe it.
they should put that on the box.
Causes raging diarrhea.
Causes cleaning under the toilet seat, raging diarrhea.
Yeah,
Do you love cleaning under the toilet seat?
yeah.
That's great. I wonder what process it goes through, because no one likes, when you're in the ocean and you see seaweed, you're not like, oh, that's delicious. You don't think like that's
Yeah.
going to be good.
Yeah, and when a trout swims by you in the stream, you don't go, oh, boy, I'd like to take a bite out of that,
Not
too.
like that, but you know it is delicious.
Well, when you see a potato in the ground, you're
I
not
know
like,
that's delicious.
That's true.
I bet these fucking seaweed snacks suck. I bet they suck.
I bet you they're good.
See, when we get them, you're going to say they suck because
No,
you're so
I'll be
committed.
honest.
Ooh.
I'll be honest.
You'll be honest?
First
Sure.
of all, you have
Yeah,
to
we'll be
have,
honest.
You have to have 5 before you really get it.
God. What kind of
The first one is a little weird.
Really,
it
it's like
tastes
scotch.
Weird, and then
It's
you
like
gotta,
scotch. You know, you
yeah.
can't just.
Has anyone asked what they taste like yet? What does it
What
taste
do
like?
they taste like?
They taste like salted paper.
What do they taste like,
I don't
Rich?
know.
Great.
I bet they're good.
What do they taste like?
Salted paper.
Let's get into it
More
now.
like paper mache.
Where do we find this shit?
It's a lighter paper.
Where do we find this?
And any of those stores that
I've
have
never
a million
seen it.
things that have,
They have to have at least a million things to choose to want to stock seaweed
That's the
snacks.
millionth choice.
999,999. We're ready.
Yeah, only million item stores are going to carry them.
Is it on the sign for the store? Do they advertise they have a million things in them? Or do we have to ask every single person?
those fucking stores.
Before I come in and look around, how many things you got
Right,
here?
right. 'Cause if you don't have a million,
No, you know the
I
stores
gotta
that have the
move on.
flowers and the fruit outside. They have everything, you know.
A
From,
bodega.
huh?
yeah,
no,
they're
they're
called
not bodegas.
Well, they're sort of
Bodegas
called
don't have-
Korean
bodegas.
deli.
Yeah, something like that. Where's one of the interns?
Sam, are we on this or what?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Get some seaweed snacks.
And
You
there's
just
all
woke
different
Sam
flavors.
up. He doesn't even know what you're talking about.
Yes. Whatever.
I like the roasted garlic seaweed snacks.
Oh, don't get the
God,
wasabi.
you just made it
They're
sound
too
even
Yeah, the
worse.
hot.
wasabi's
I
too
love
hot.
wasabi.
Oh, get a wasabi.
Get a wasabi.
Also, in addition to.
We only have Brian Regan for a few more minutes. He's
Okay,
doing
yeah,
TV with.
What TV you
CBS.
doing, Brian?
CBS.
Oh.
A little CBS action.
Do we get that?
You get it, man.
Yeah, we're too busy to watch that, Brian. Others will, though.
What show you doing on CBS?
It's actually a taping something for the CBS morning show or
No,
something.
Sunday
Oh.
morning.
Sunday
Segment?
morning.
That's a fucking
Oh,
huge
that's-
show.
I TiVo that. I'm not even kidding.
I watch it
I
every
love
week.
it.
We
Yeah.
leave you this Sunday
That's the
morning.
We
with
Leave You show.
The sounds of
Brian
Brook.
Regan.
Yes.
Brook in New Hampshire.
It's a
It's a-
babbling brook.
Right.
We leave you this Sunday morning with birds tweeting. And it's just
It's a 90-minute show that
It's
they could do in
great.
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Right.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they do a very long, like, here's what's coming.
So it's a
Terrible.
half-hour show in 90 minutes.
Yes.
Wow.
They show half of every story at the very beginning.
Yes.
of the
They show the whole show in the first 2 minutes. Then you got to wait an hour for the actual one you like.
We'll leave you this Sunday morning.
And I watch
with
every Sunday, Brian. I really
sights of crows flying. And it's like, oh, there they are. And then it just goes on forever.
Yes.
Like forever.
They don't have anything left. Well, we've already done
Leave you.
everything.
The sounds of a gang rape in Chicago. What? No, you don't leave us with that.
Oh, that's
terrible.
Prefer the
Brian,
birds flying.
I know, I did too.
And Brian doesn't like when they add birds to golf telecasts. He hates it.
No?
He fucking hates it.
I never
man.
heard about
Yeah.
that.
Brian, who's interviewing you? Do you know? Now I'm interested.
It's more of just an on-camera thing. It's not an interview.
Is it all TV?
What are you doing?
What's the story?
I just do a commentary about.
That's great.
Louis
You're
C.K.
with-
did one.
Yes, I saw it.
Who's that?
What's the commentary on?
Food.
Oh, fantastic.
Really? So you're
Can you
fitting
give
in-
us a little one line?
I already did.
Oh,
Food combinations. I
I don't
snuck
think you
it
should
in.
do that part.
Yes, you did. Oh, man.
Well, I tried it out here, and now I know to edit that
You
out.
got anything on seaweed snacks, perhaps?
I'm just here stealing all this food stuff.
All this food material.
Yeah, you tune in and this whole thing about seaweed snacks. Wait a
Brilliant.
second, that was ours.
How long did it have to be?
It's 2.5 minutes.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome. That's a great show.
I would love to do one of those things.
Well, come
I wanna
along.
do it.
How do you do it?
He's single.
That's how I pick up chicks. Hey, you want to do a CBS morning segment?
That's cool. Charles Osgood, right?
Is he
that
the one
who it
that's
is?
doing it now? I have no fucking idea.
Good old Charles Osgood and his bow
It's
tie.
so weird. It's like the show's depressing to me.
It's
I mean,
like-
Brian will fucking buck it up.
No,
but
that one isn't.
CBS Sunday morning. They show those different weird suns in the corner when they go. I don't like those. They're creepy.
I thought it was a religious show.
Did you? It does.
Yeah, it looks like a religious
No,
show.
it's
perfect
too
for
quiet.
Sunday mornings. I'm up
It's
Sunday
too-
mornings.
Fuck Sunday mornings. I hate Sunday mornings.
Hold on. The one that's
Terrible.
depressing is 60 Minutes after the football game.
No, that's
Fuck
fine.
yeah, you're all excited, and then they have the most horrendous shit
I don't
going
mean
on
like
in the
that.
world.
I mean it's a Sunday. It's like a fucking funeral home kind of depression.
If I might.
yes, Bonnie McFarlane.
It is
low
Sunday
energy.
morning, so they have a nice pace for
It's low
Sunday
energy.
morning.
It's
You can
nice.
go and
Pace.
Yes.
get your bagel and not miss anything, and you come back
good.
and you're.
I got a nosh and I'm still watching.
I love those low pressure TV shows. I
Yeah.
love being out on the road in Des Moines, Iowa, and you put on the local channel, and it's two old ladies talking about quilt making.
yeah, oh,
I
you
just
like
love,
that?
I love it.
Bring it
because-
way back. Bring that
Yeah,
throttle
it's
way
like
back.
way back, and that's
Yeah.
what I like about it. It's like so underproduced, you know. Two chairs, and they're both talking about their quilting bee coming up this Thursday, and I'm like, I'm riveted,
I don't like the whole Sunday morning thing. There's like a glass table with a vase on it, giant, vast, empty studio, and he just comes walking in from the side. Hello. Now a story about rag dolls and the woman that collects them. And it's like some inane story you wouldn't even give a flying fuck about Monday through Saturday.
You do realize this is the show
Sunday
Brian
morning.
Regan's taping.
Oh, I know.
In 10 minutes.
This is going to turn it around for me.
I like that. It's such a
They spin it.
throwback.
What?
It's like something out of the 70s.
Yes,
or
yes.
something.
Where they walk up like it's just the studio, a little fucking table, and the guy talking.
What time
no
does it
fancy
start?
graphics.
Yeah, they always come back to him. Like he does the intro to each story. You know, it's like
His
they don't
job
have
is
any of that
easy.
graphics package where it's like.
Right.
By the way,
Coming up.
from the time it's on, I still consider it Saturday night.
What time is it on?
That might be part of the
Saturday
problem.
night.
the late Saturday night show.
Yes.
That's why
I think
you
it's
don't
like
enjoy it.
8.
It's
Is
how
it 8?
boring
7?
Our life is.
I
that
think
we-
it's 9.
We TiVo and watch it like on Thursday night.
Wow, that's great. I think you could go back in time if you do that. It's crazy. You can't TiVo that shit.
It's a big deal for Brian Regan.
morning.
When they walk from off camera,
Yeah.
and then like when they do a thing, and then they walk, where are they coming from, and where are they going to?
Why
I never
did he
understood that.
do that?
It's like the show's starting. Were you not on time?
He just got there.
You just got there? What a fluke. You found a parking space and you just happened to walk on, right on, and action. It's like amazing.
guy always just makes it.
Just makes
He's
it.
fantastic. No, I don't like it. It's not depressing in a way. I know what you're saying. After football is 60 minutes.
Well, it's like-
not that way. Like all action, and then it's the mood of the show, the attitude, even the color of it.
Man,
that
60
that
Minutes
fucking
way worse.
that Folgers in your cup, red sunshine coming through the window commercial thing. I hate that. It looks like nuclear fucking bombs went off outside. The best part of waking up. It's like,
But your energy's different.
I hate
You're
any
still-
of that
you're-
morning shit.
You're still in Saturday night mode. That's the problem.
yeah.
The rest of us are waking up like
Be quiet,
fucking
you wake
human
mom
beings.
and dad up. Son is coming home. He's been gone so long. Burning down, Folgers in your cup. The best part of... And then... fucking Hiroshima. The fucking sun is out there. His shadow's burnt on the floor. I hate... It's so overdone. I don't like mornings. I really don't like mornings.
You picked a good job.
We'll be back with the Opie and Anthony Morning Show.
Yeah, I really am an idiot.
You're killing fucking Brian's excitement.
Oh, no. Brian's the one
very
that's gonna,
excited about this.
Brian's
He
going to
spins
add
it at the end every
excitement to it.
time, but you'll make it good.
Brian's going to fucking make this where I'm like, I swear.
hate Jews, but you.
I'm going to
you
watch it and be like, now this feels like Tuesday.
He doesn't even want to do it anymore.
He doesn't
no.
I've already snuck a cancel text.
No.
Is this your
no.
first one, or have you done them before?
No, it's my first time doing it. Yeah.
Oh.
So you're
It'll be
looking forward
fun.
to
You
it.
know?
Of course it will.
Yes, it'll
telling
be a
yourself
good time.
Well,
Good times.
Brian, maybe you could add a bit of jocularity to the show on this Sunday morning.
How do you know how
Oh, I don't know.
Because you've watched it a lot.
Watched it so many times. Wow.
Who's the other guy that had broads all over the country? Remember him?
Oh yeah.
He was married to like a bunch of them.
Charles Corral? No.
Yeah.
It was Charles Corral?
Yeah.
Charles Corral.
Yeah, Charles Corral
He
used to
used
do
to
the
womanizer?
Sunday show.
He used to do it.
Not only a womanizer, this fucking guy had whole nother family.
In Montana, I
In
think it was.
Montana.
But he's a celebrity, right?
He's
I mean,
dead now. Yeah.
Well, how
He
could
was.
he get away with it?
Kept it quiet. It was in Montana, in the middle of nowhere. He had his wife and everything, and then he had this other broad and kids and everything in Montana.
That's too much.
And he used to
fucking
spend a
stress.
lot of time like, I need to wind down in Montana. Going up to Montana to do some fishing.
Some fly fishing.
And now the sounds of me having sex with my mistress on this Sunday morning. The guy would just fucking go to Montana and live with his other family.
How do you balance 2 marriages?
Oh, man.
What the fuck?
Unbelievable. People like me and Brian can't even keep one. Oh, sorry, Brian.
Now I'm in the mood to go tape my thing.
You've really blown up his spot.
It's all good, man.
Brian knows I fucking love him. We went out one night. I drank fucking tequila or
We
something.
gotta do that again.
Got hammered. It was great.
Yeah,
What a
man.
fucking piss. It was after Caroline's.
I mean, I don't condone drinking. We shouldn't do that.
I don't
but
either.
we should get together and
we should just
have
hang
some
out.
tea.
Totally sober and hang out until the sun comes up.
And it tells the
was
story
really
every
weird.
once
We
in a
walked
while.
And
out-
that's when you head home because you hate mornings.
I hate mornings. We walked out of Caroline's. The sun was coming up, and I heard, "Oh, you just got done with Caroline's.
Your last shot, quick.
Brian Regan in your cup."
My favorite is when you tell the story is how he changes a little bit.
Oh, it was fucking fun.
little bit. Brian
No,
changed a
Brian
little
just
bit.
talks, and it's fun. It's a
Yeah.
lot of fun because, you get more of an insight.
Yeah.
Because we have Brian on. He's a fun guy and shit, and we love him. And then you get more of an insight of Brian Regan, the guy, when you're hanging out.
Wow.
Not Brian Regan, the comic.
Little
And it was
different.
just, it was fantastic. We hung out, and we actually left Caroline's. We closed Caroline's and found another
There was
bar.
another place we went to, I
It was
remember.
like right across. Oh, were we fucking staggering down the road?
We got to do that. Let's make
Yes.
a date.
It was
If that's
good.
okay to say
A
with
date
guys.
with a man. Yes, a mandate.
Hey.
Oh boy! Hey, what do you think of that election there, Brian Regan? Are you political
I
much?
don't tell me I taped it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's what it is, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to alienate half your audience. I understand. 50% of the people voted for the other guy. You don't want to alienate them. I
Not
understand.
50%.
I think either candidate.
Oh! All right,
second.
49.9 or whatever it is.
Don't
48.
inflate your numbers,
Oh,
Anthony.
please.
Wait, you did a write-in or you didn't? You voted for someone other than the two? What am I not understanding?
Well, I said 50% of the people, and she's implying that since they didn't tie,
I got you.
and Mr. Romney did not win,
Okay.
I forgot his name already. Thank you for reminding me.
it was Mitt Romney.
Who won Florida? Have they figured that out yet?
Oh,
They gave it
boy.
to Obama.
No,
Did they?
did they just toss it to him? Just like, fuck it.
They gave
or do they
up and
really
just said,
count?
Fuck it. We
Make it
don't,
look like
we
a
don't feel like
landslide.
counting all this shit, so let's just give it to
They're down there.
Obama.
1, 2, 3. Oh, I lost count already. I can't understand. Yeah.
We got to get
Fuck
Brian
that.
out of here for his big
man.
taping with CBS. And we got Roger Moore coming in, too.
Yeah.
You going to be around for a while, or are you in and out? Like,
Well, I got the thing tonight, and then I leave tomorrow.
That's
You are
So you can't do
fucking
more radio with us.
like a rapid deployment force.
Yeah, man.
He's got a tour
Yeah.
bus.
Oh, you doing the tour bus still?
Tour bus.
That's big.
He just looks at Rich like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you going on my spot? I got a tour bus.
You know, it's
Go fuck
funny.
yourself.
If I get off, it's just a nondescript. I don't have anything on it. And if I get off, people ask me who's on the tour bus. It's such an ego deflator. Who's on there? Who's on the bus? And
Terrible.
so I stopped saying me because clearly that's not impressive. So we made up a name and we would say Merle Scruffles, just for a goof. And it's amazing how many people go, "Oh, I love him."
Oh, no, they do not.
Yeah. So
Now, Merle Scruffles joining us this Sunday morning.
That sounds like a great way to see the country, though. right?
Yeah.
On a bus. You like it, right?
yeah.
It's cool, right?
Can't
Probably all
complain.
That
decked
is
out
good,
nice.
man.
They want to throw us on a tour bus.
Fucking
soon.
bitches.
Yeah?
You
For
get the
about a week,
bitches
yeah.
in there, right? Fucking get them bitches.
Supposedly we're getting
Brian just
supposedly,
looks at me like, what the fuck?
supposedly we're getting Madden's bus. We're getting Madden's old bus. And they want us to do a little tour for like a week. Yeah.
Really?
Remember the last
They
time
got that
you were on the
smell
bus,
out of
what
it?
happened to you?
You know that, right?
No,
They're trying to figure it out.
they didn't tell me that.
And what, you going to broadcast out of the bus?
Yeah, like
Around the country.
a city a day for a week.
Oh, really? You're going to...
They're talking like this is a real deal. We're going to grab Madden's old bus.
Really, Madden's old boss?
Yeah.
You'll have fun.
I would love to do that. I would love to just travel around the country. That'd be awesome. We got to get Brian out of here. So Brian's
I'm gonna
playing,
piss my pants.
yeah, Brian's playing the
Goddamn.
Beacon Theater.
Great.
Tickets available?
I don't know.
I would highly doubt it.
Just
but-
check because sometimes they release them
Yeah,
last
that's
minute.
true.
They release
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
good
yeah.
seats that were performer comps, and if you're not going to use 100 comps, they'll actually release them for purchase. And they're good
Brian
seats.
Regan at the Beacon Theater. My God. Yeah, check it out. to see
Saving
if there's
comps
tickets
for you
available.
guys. Nah.
No.
I'd go in a second. I'm flying LA after the show.
I can't. I'm doing Toronto.
He is.
Oh,
I'm married to
Tirana.
Rich.
Really?
Oh, Bonnie. Oh, that's terrible.
Brian, you promoting anything else?
I think that I don't know. Wilkes-Barre
Wilkes-Barre is,
tomorrow.
yes.
No, yeah, tomorrow,
tomorrow
and then
is
Syracuse
Wilkes-Barre.
Sunday.
Okay.
And I did that Jerry Seinfeld comedians and cars getting coffee
Oh,
thing.
That's fucking great,
Yeah, that was
man.
fun to do.
Yeah.
That was
So-
very funny, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
How did they think of that name?
And Sunday morning on CBS, we'll be watching.
All right, thanks.
All right, Brian Regan, it's always a pleasure.
Thank you all.
Rich and Bonnie, are they sticking around for
Sure.
Roger Moore?
Yeah.
They
As
want
well.
to.
All right.
Of course.
Be right
James
back.
Bond, right?
We got James Bond.
We don't want to be alone with one another.
All right.
Yeah,
All right. We're going to take a break.
seat
Roger Moore next. It's been a hell of a week of radio. We're going to end it with Roger Moore in a little bit. That's so cool.
Is he here? Ricky Gervais was on. Billy Connolly was yesterday. Jay was in a couple days. Russell Peters. We had a good shows.
Louis C.K.
Oh yeah, Louis came in. A lot of comedians.
Rich and Bonnie are here.
Brian Regan.
Their movie premieres tomorrow at Caroline's, 1 o'clock, as part of the comedy festival. Women Aren't Funny. I've seen it. It's great. People are going to love it. You should go and check it out at Caroline's tomorrow at 1.
And next week...
Is this real?
Yeah, that's how
Bananas
dumb he
and
is.
Is this real?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Bond.
Oh, Bond. Very good. No, but really fast before he gets in here, you got to know about this.
Do you know what Eric's doing?
Oh, I know. Yeah. This is so
What are you
stupid.
doing? What are you
It's not
doing?
stupid.
Yes, it is
Really?
stupid.
Why is it stupid?
No, you tell us
You
why
tell
it's
us
not.
Why
why
is it-
it's
is it-
not
Because it's a
stupid.
famous scene from The Simpsons.
It's a famous James Bond scene from The Simpsons.
Oh, okay. I'm
And he
sorry.
wants him to sign it
I'm
to Eric.
sorry. I didn't realize.
Yeah, it's a big joke where he's trying to auction off a signed portrait of Sean Connery as signed by Roger Moore.
You know what? I stand corrected.
Oh, did we just get slapped
You know
hard?
what? I apologize.
And you know
to-
what?
to
Iraq had a
Iraq.
lot of confidence.
My apologies. I think all
look
of our
stupid.
apologies to Iraq.
We
You know
couldn't
what, you
wait
could-
to smash you.
You can tell Norton's full of shit because
And here
he's
comes
acting
Roger Moore
'cause
down
his
the hall.
eyes opened up real big when he apologized.
No, but I was being genuine.
No,
Okay.
he got us.
Yeah, he got us.
We're fair on
Bring
the
him
show.
right
When
in.
Iraq
Yeah.
gets us, that's it. Here, rip that up.
Oh!
Roger Moore is coming into the studio.
Roger.
No, that's
Sir Roger Moore. Sir Roger Moore. Hello, sir.
Sir Roger Moore.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Have a
here,
seat.
sir.
There you go. Wow.
Yes.
Legendary. Oh, look at how well dressed. Always the consummate gentleman.
It's
Yes.
natural.
Yes. Well, I'm assuming. Of course.
It's not paid for.
No. Okay. There you go. Take a seat. We're actually on the air. We like doing things like that right away. Got that? There we go.
Yep, there we are.
Very good, sir.
you have headphones if
Roger
you need
Moore.
them. I don't know if you need them.
Roger Moore. This is fantastic. Don't mind these people, just fans. You know, they're fans of yours.
Well, I
Who
work
is it,
there.
though? James Bond. What's going on now with you? Bond on Bond. Reflections on 50 years of James Bond movies. Roger Moore.
Well, it just happened to be the 50th anniversary of
that
Bond
voice.
coming up,
50th anniversary.
and my publisher thought that it would be a very good idea if I brought out a book with my opinion of Bond.
And now this is not just your opinion, of course, on the Bond that you had played through the years, but every Bond from the beginning. Who was the first? Was it Sean Connery?
Yes, Sean
I
Connery.
thought maybe there was, because sometimes they throw in that one or two guys where it was like, no one really paid attention to him.
No, in the Eon films,
Yeah.
it was Sean.
Sean, yeah.
Then George Lazenby.
Right. That's the one everybody goes, who was that?
But George Lazenby got talked out of doing more Bond movies by like his guru or something. Like,
Well, he sort of behaved badly.
Oh, did he?
And when Cubby Broccoli asked him, why did you behave so badly when we were working? He said, because Harry Saltzman, told me to behave like a movie star.
Oh, no.
And he thought movie stars sent cars back and ate garlic before a love scene.
Oh, boy. That didn't work out too well.
so are you kind of grateful for that, for his kind of behaving irrationally? Because then all of a sudden you came along and...
Well, Sean came back.
Oh.
And then they came to me.
Yeah.
For the second time. There'd been once where, because I knew I was very clever. They gambled, and I used to gamble with them at the gaming dens of London.
Oh.
I was very clever. I let them win, so that they felt they could owe me something.
Smart.
And it worked.
It worked. And around the same time, I'd about to start a series called The Persuaders, which I shot at Pinewood Studios, where my offices are now. And so we took a couple of stages there. Why am I talking about that?
You could just talk about that.
It's interesting.
It's interesting.
It is, yeah.
Why are you nodding off?
Oh, no. I'm not.
Because she's on heroin. I'm a big fan of The Saint. The Saint. You got to drive a P1800.
P1800 S.
S.
Yeah.
It's an old Volvo. Yeah.
Nice cars.
Well, you got your fair share of nice cars to drive in the Bond movies, too, of course. Did you actually drive in a few of those, or was it usually, a movie playing behind you?
Well, I didn't do very much dangerous stuff in them.
No.
My favorite was the little De Chevaux, the little 2 horsepower.
Oh, that tiny little thing.
Because, it's a car that you don't worry about hitting.
Right.
It's so hideous to start with. And it's a relief when you give it a nice bang.
Yeah. So when you finally got the job, did you have any reservations about signing on for a franchise role like that?
Well, it was just for to do 3. I never really thought it would go more than one more.
Really?
But it caught on.
It certainly did.
And my sort of idiotic way of playing it sort of got away with it.
It was a very tongue-in-cheek Bond, as opposed to, I think, like the earlier Bonds that were more, not as tongue-in-cheek. That's what I'm trying to say. Earnest. Yeah, so...
Yeah, but that's why I will say that this is a very uncomfortable chair. So
oh, my God.
This is the best you can afford here.
Very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable.
Where were we?
Yeah, you
see.
I know. See what happened to me.
Tongue-in-cheek and earnest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was that the way you played it, or did they start writing them that way?
No, Sean, I say, played it like a killer.
Mm-hmm.
I played it like a lover, and now I think Daniel Craig plays a real killer.
Yeah.
I believe him.
How do you like the Daniel Craig version?
I think they're the best.
Do you? Yeah. They are really amazingly well done. They really did put a little more grit into it. That's for sure. The fight scenes.
But it's also very moving. It shows Bond's vulnerability.
Yeah.
And the relationship with Judi Dench, which was wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
We won't give anything away.
No.
Is it hard to watch other guys after you've done that role? Like the guy right after you, is it kind of hard to go and like, wow, that's not my gig anymore?
Well, I didn't. I must say, I didn't look at the first 2 after me. Not out of bitterness, but I just find it difficult to lie that barefacedly with somebody says, "What did you think?" So I say, "I haven't seen it." Which is much easier than saying, "Oh, it was very good." Well, actually, I've been back and I've looked at them, and he was very good indeed.
Who came right after you?
Timothy Dalton.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right.
And then Pierce Brosnan.
Mm.
And then there was a pause, and now we got Daniel.
Yeah, wasn't there like a 6-year layoff or something?
Yeah, there were little problems going on with MGM and the usual power game that goes on in
Yeah.
Mm-mm. It was also very, very odd to have the Cold War end, because that was the nemesis, usually with some type of Cold War thing going on. So you kind of had to come up with a new mission.
Yeah, a new nemesis. But when I started playing with not playing, mustn't say that word. When working with as a mover, I can never remember her name. Her name is Barbara Bach.
Oh yeah.
Very easy on the eye.
Certainly.
And who introduced Jaws in that. It was the first time I'd worked with the director, Louis Gilbert, who was sort of slightly manic as I am, and a wonderful villain, Kurt Jürgens, and had wonderful toys to play with.
Absolutely.
The wet bike.
Yeah.
Nobody had ever seen one before.
Yeah, and then it just became something that was reality. Yeah, well, there were a few Bond things that kind of came to fruition after a few years.
There was one gadget I wrote about in the book, which was being able to stay underwater. And they called and said, how long, the ministry called to find out, how long could you stay underwater, really? He said, as long as you can hold your breath.
Yeah. Oh, yes, there were those little mouthpiece items that looked like 2 CO2 cartridges and a mouthpiece. And they'd pop it in and be swimming underwater, and people thought it was real. And we're like, hey, wait a minute, that sounds like a pretty good idea. How long can you swim with it? Yeah, as long as you can hold your breath, because it wasn't real. A lot of people kind of make that mistake, yeah. I would like an oil slick, though, in my car, smoke screen, ejector seat.
Blades.
Blades out of the hubcaps would be really good.
A police siren is always useful.
You know what? Something as simple as that, yeah.
Do you think Flint tried to steal Bond?
Flint?
Yeah.
Flint, yeah. Well, they did. We see after the mistake was that they tried to make a parody out of a parody. Bond is a parody, really.
Yeah, it's over the top, sure. Especially back in the 70s.
Back in the old days.
Yeah.
Today it's real stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, the stunts are just fantastic.
Pretty amazing. There were some pretty good ones. I mean, you really couldn't see, well, you not really couldn't, you couldn't CGI things back then. So whatever stunts you were seeing, like that, the car that went over the ramp and did a complete rotation, that stuff's all real. The mini jet, that was real. Mm-hmm. I mean, you had to have really good stuntmen back then.
The only sort of fake things, I suppose, were the falsies.
Falsies.
The falsies and the girls, right?
I was talking earlier about how I loved when you would be on a skiing thing, something skiing, and you'd see the skiers swishing down the mountain, and then there'd be you with the goggles on, camera right in your face, with the film playing behind you, kind of shooting, and then it would show the skiers again. And, the effects back then, you had to use your imagination a little more.
Well, that's what movies are for.
Yeah.
To make you imagine things.
Right. Imagine that he is skiing down the mountain, and it is James Bond. Yes,
and imagine that this is not radio.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Imagine somebody's listening to this.
Hey, you're on it.
Do you feel bad for the way, because Sean has a really weird relationship with the franchise because he's angry about the way things went on, and he's like the only Bond that is kind of not a part of promoting it or anything like that.
Yeah, well, he rather resented the fact that he thought that he was not being remunerated enough. And he got fed up with people calling him Mr. Bond all the time. He thought he was losing his identity. And he sort of fell out with them, and he said some pretty bad things about Cubby Broccoli, who was a wonderful man and a dear friend of mine. And he had said something that had upset Cubby very much. and I wanted to clear it between them. And I was living in California at the time, and had a dinner party, and I invited Cubby and I invited Sean, and sat them next together. And the first part of the conversation I heard was, Cubby said, Sean, did you really say if my brains were on fire you wouldn't piss in my ear to put it out? He said, it's not true, Cubby. He said, I'd piss in your ear any bloody time.
And did that help things, or
it was the end of the... No,
Didn't work out.
There was a making up before Cubby died.
There was a documentary done for Epics where all of you guys, except for Sean, were interviewed, and they showed the whole Cubby story. And who was Cubby's partner?
It was Harry Saltzman.
And how they got together. And it was fascinating to watch the way the franchise went and the lawsuits over...
Yeah, it's very interesting that Harry Saltzman had acquired the rights, and he came to Cubby because Cubby was producing films with a deal with Columbia, a company called Warwick Films. They made a lot of Alan Ladd movies. And he thought that Cubby would be able to come in with him and get Columbia's backing. Well, some nit at Columbia turned Bond down. They could have had it for $1 million.
And it's made $1 million since.
I wonder where that fellow's head is rolling now.
Yeah.
Or if it's stopped rolling.
Wow.
But then Cubby had a relationship with United Artists, and he said he would come over there with it. He had to loan Harry the money to get to New York. And Krim shook Cubby's hand and said, we have a deal.
Wow.
Harry got in the street and he said, I wanted it in writing, get it in writing. And Cubby had to go back and say, look, could you just give us a line or two?
Smart, yeah.
But you see, that was the difference between Cubby and Harry. Harry had bright ideas and was very gung-ho about doing things. Cubby, a little more laid back. For me, one of the most caring producers I ever had the pleasure of working with, or taking money off.
What do you think what has the franchise made? Do you know, like an estimate? It's well over $1 billion, I think, right?
Oh, hell yeah!
They're figures I can't even imagine.
Yeah,
well,
sure
I suppose I could if I get a few years older.
How did being Bond affect your career after you were done playing Bond?
Well, all the time that I was doing Bond, I was offered things that were sort of like similar to Bond, which I didn't want to do. I got fed up with being blown up, and all the acting was trying not to blink when guns go off. I hate damn guns. And for the last 21 years, I've been an ambassador for UNICEF, and the picture that's always being sent to me to sign is the Bond one holding the gun.
Sure,
and it's not an image I like.
Wow, really? That's because you're synonymous. Bond's synonymous with his gun, his Walther, but you not so much.
No, don't like them.
Do you still feel guilty about pushing that kid out of the boat?
Yeah, I feel terrible. I really do. I was absolutely horrified.
Wow.
When I see that.
You really don't.
Well, a poor little Thai boy.
Yeah.
Kicking him off the side of a sampan. They've been in that water. Mark, he had the antibodies in his system to fight off the disease. I went in there a couple of times in the Klongs in Bangkok.
Wow.
And I saw strange things on the bottom. I made the mistake of opening my eyes because the sampans, the boats with the long, long tail, to turn, you have to pull the whole engine towards you to go that way.
Oh, man.
That is a gesture we see on television.
Yeah.
Push my hand around to the right.
Right.
And so I overtipped as I came around a corner where there was an undertaker. And I think those that hadn't paid their installment.
Oh man, they put him in the drink.
No, but I had to open my eyes because I wanted to know where the propeller was.
Right.
And another time I went in rather heroically to stop a boat. But
Did you get affected? Your eyes or the water do anything like?
they pumped me all sorts of things.
Oh wow!
But I nearly didn't do the film at the beginning because when we got to New Orleans and on the bayous, and I'm driving the jet boat. The jet boat steers by the propellers, the jet propulsion, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so to turn, you put on more power. It's the absolute opposite to normal motorboat driving. Anyway, so I was going round a bend, and the gas tank wasn't quite full, and it stalled.
Right.
So you end up going in a straight line. You have no steering.
You can't turn.
And straight into a stupid boathouse that inconveniently left me. And I went forward and I smashed my teeth and my knees through into the back of the boat. So for the first 3 weeks of filming, it was fortunately mostly in the boat. I was on a cane.
Really?
Not a Michael Caine.
Yeah. So you weren't able to walk without a cane, and your teeth were smashed. Jesus.
And I remember one day when we were shooting in New Orleans, a messenger just came in. And
Yeah,
said,
right.
Get him off.
No, we just got no. It doesn't say get him off. The note says Bond franchise, $5 billion to date.
Wow.
And it's number 2 behind Harry Potter. As I guess the biggest franchise ever.
Wow.
But Harry Potter won't go on for 50 years.
No, it won't.
I don't think so.
Harry Potter's done. We all know it.
No. Wow. That's
Don't tell me that.
I have a question too. I forgot what I wanted to ask.
You silly
I
goose.
totally forgot.
I don't know, but Roger Moore has beautiful fingernails. I
Yeah.
can't take my eyes off his fingernails.
He's
They're
a sir.
Yeah, he's
how
manicured gentleman.
That's how a
He's
sir
gentleman.
looks.
Sir is.
That's what I wanted to ask you actually about becoming Sir Roger Moore. What did they say to you? Like, does that mean you've been knighted? What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
I'm a KBE, which means I'm a Knight Commander of the Order of the British Empire.
Nice. That sounds pretty
So
important.
just little respect,
Yeah.
Not just a piece of...
And how do they do that? What is the ceremony?
with a sword.
Rich is going to tell it. Yeah, sure.
You want to tell everyone, Rich?
Yeah, they go.
You just eat with your mouth closed.
Yeah.
I know, I was absolutely petrified. The thing that worried me about it was I knew that I had to kneel, and I didn't know whether I'd get up again. And I called Michael Caine, who'd been knighted two years before, and he said, "Oh, don't worry, there is a rail you can put your hand on." Well, the most important moment of your career probably is getting tapped on the shoulder by the Queen, and it goes on the right shoulder and the left shoulder. And she might just swish it across my neck. And I'm a terrible coward, and I should have kept my eyes open to record it. But
remember the moment.
I just shut my eyes. And
You didn't like a sword being that close to your head?
I heard dunk, dunk, swish. I had my head still there. Pushed myself up. And then you talk with the Queen until she dismisses you.
You don't get to go out drinking with her? Hanging out? You don't go out drinking or with the Queen?
Drinking with the Queen?
Well, no, Daniel Craig goes to skydiving with her, but...
Yeah.
What did you talk to the Queen about? Does she carry the conversation, or do you have to propel it?
You don't address the Queen. She addresses you, and she says, did you come far?" Things like, what are you doing now?
Oh, wow.
No, she's
very hard to have a
she's
conversation.
Very good, and I think the one thing about her, you're fascinated by her eyes when she's very close to you.
Yeah.
And I must say that I was always fascinated by her legs. We had a fundraising scheme with British Airways called Change for Good, where people put money in, and I was sort of spokesperson for this. And the Queen came for the anniversary of it to the British Airways private section at Heathrow, and I had to go up the steps naturally behind her.
Of course.
Of a 747. And I could not help notice, but her legs were just beautiful.
Wow.
Wow.
No, she's a year older than I am, and she doesn't have one mark, one vein. Just that Prince Philip's a lucky man.
Yeah, huh?
Did you tell her that?
No.
Yeah, that would have been
Toots.
that would have been a little awkward. Yes, a little disrespectful, perhaps.
But do we have anything? Do we have anything of that equal in the U.S.? Because in England, that's such an honor to be knighted. But I don't know if we have an equivalent honor here.
Yeah.
Well, what's it?
The Kennedy Honors or something like that?
No, it's the freedom something.
Oh, the Medal of Freedom.
Medal of Freedom,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. It's a civilian
Sinatra had it.
honor. Yeah, but it still doesn't have the pomp and
No, it doesn't have the
circumstance
same.
of being knighted. That's something that's so British. Yes.
And people do address you as Sir Roger Moore.
They better.
Only those that I'm pointing my sword at.
Yes, you got a suit of armor? You didn't get a suit of armor with that?
No,
That'd be great if you really took it seriously, dressed in a suit of armor and a horse.
a white horse.
Yes, it'd be great.
Do some sirs look down on other sirs, like going, I can't believe they sirred him, you know?
Sir. They sirred.
As a matter of fact, we do.
Yeah, yes.
That's a good question.
Like Paul McCartney is Sir Paul McCartney.
And Elton John. I mean, where do you draw the line?
Yeah.
But are there people that they will knight and you'll go, ugh.
No, I would never criticize what they're doing with their honors system. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful system, a recognition to people who do public good.
Yeah.
And so it's a lot of civil servants, tax officials.
Oh, boy. Tax officials get knighted, sir.
Of course they
Oh,
do.
boy.
They're first.
No, they don't get sir. They get. We start off with an OBE, an MBE, an OBE, and a CBE, and then knighthood.
And then you get the
KBE.
Oh, okay. So not everybody that gets knighted is a sir.
Yes, if they're knighted, they're a sir.
Knighted.
KBE, that's Knight of the British Empire.
Okay, but what is it called if you're just like one of these lower level guys?
You.
It's just you. Huh? Hey, you.
No, actually, they're all very, very proud of their MBEs and their OBEs.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
But they don't get addressed as anything different until they're knighted.
No. You either become a dame if you're a lady. Nothing like a dame.
No.
You got Dame Judi Dench.
Of course. Mm-hmm. I don't know the great Judi Dench. Yes.
There's some wonderful dames. I love dames.
Hey, a dame.
Your book, by the way, we should promote your book.
Yes,
Roger's
of
here
course.
promoting a book, or Sir Roger's promoting a.
Roger.
Okay.
Just call him Roger. Yeah, we've been hanging out long enough.
No, I know, but again, I don't want to seem like a rube.
Raj.
It's called Bond on Bond. It's reflections on 50 years of James Bond movies by Roger Moore. And
Great, a lot of great pictures. And
it's an amazing book. And there's a great
nice,
picture of you and Richard Keel in here. And there's just every page has got a great photo on it. And this is just your take on the whole franchise.
Yeah, it's a lot of research went into finding out the real figures and facts. Like you've just got your 8 billion franchise.
Yes, a lot of money, a lot of money. And I must say that your movies did have the best Bond songs out of all the Bond movies. Those were the ones that were, hit after hit during the 70s with the Bond songs.
Well, there was Goldfinger.
Well, Goldfinger early on, sure, but I mean when you look at like Live and Let Die,
great,
and
Spy Who Loved Me.
Spy Who Loved Me was another.
Nobody does.
Nobody does it, but yeah, huge.
That sort of sums up Bond, doesn't it?
Yeah. Those were huge songs in the 70s. I mean, you didn't go anywhere without those being blasted on the radio.
And now the Adele song.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she's
Skyfall,
doing
right?
this
It's
one.
just brilliant.
Skyfall, yeah.
What ended your reign as Bond? Was it something you wanted to end, or did they say we have to move on?
Well, they caught me getting out of my wheelchair. No, I knew that I should be thinking about moving on, to the old actors' home. When you bend down to kiss a girl and three chins show, and then you realize the girl is younger than your granddaughter. Oh, no, this is really, I'm a dirty old man.
It starts to not feel right.
Yeah, so...
Let you know when that happens.
Oh,
my God.
What-
I'll let you know when that happens.
And you're on Twitter as well.
I did a Twitter. I'd never done it before.
Oh.
Sir Roger Moore. It's all one word on Twitter. Now, do you send you've sent out tweets before?
No, I've never done it before, but they wanted to do a half hour on tweet.
Yes, I'm sure there's some type of representative of you and your interest that uses that, and people can read what is posted. I hope they're not doing horrible things like sending pictures that might not be,
Oh.
That would be terrible.
Oh,
It's your name there. We don't need people sending inappropriate things. I hope you can trust that person that's running that Twitter account.
I don't know who's running it.
Oh,
Could you
no.
find out again?
You best find out.
I think it's something Connery. Did you ever hang out with like the movie stars in America, like Sinatra and people like that?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Give us a good story.
Give us a story.
Oh, dear. Well, Gregory Peck was a good friend of mine. And I made a film with him in India, in Goa.
Which movie was that?
It was called Seawolves.
Oh, okay. Yeah, another. You were, oh my God, which one were you in? You were in a few war movies, yeah.
Mercenary Story.
Yeah.
The Wild Geese.
Wild Geese,
With
yes.
Richard Burton.
Richard Burton, that was a good one.
And Richard Harris and Hardy Kruger, who Burton insisted on calling Deadly Luger. Here comes Deadly Luger.
That's quite a collection of actors. Jeez.
Well, we had a wonderful collection of actors in the Seawolves, Gregory Peck and David Niven, Patrick McNee.
Submarine movie.
Thin Man.
It started with a submarine, but it really wasn't a submarine.
Yeah.
It was a true story about the Calcutta Light Horse, who were a bunch really of territorials. They were volunteers, and they were all slightly over the hill. And they got into Goa to sink the might of Germany's fleet.
How'd that work out?
We won.
All right. Nice to hear.
So, if you took an acting class back in the day, was there anybody else like in the class? I don't even know if you did.
I cringe at Rich's question.
No,
I know, I'm always
But they all turn out to be good questions.
I know, but I go like,
You're not sure it's going to work
No,
out?
but I mean,
Yeah.
like he could
So
have been
far,
in
he's
an
doing
acting
well.
class with Olivia. You don't know who he was in acting class with if he took an act.
He just called it-
Some people are natural actors. I don't know if you
Olivia.
did.
I'm
You know?
neither.
What's that?
I'm neither.
You're neither.
No, yes, I went to the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art. In 1944, I started there. Wow. And at that time, there were 16 girls to 4 boys in a class because the war had called everybody up. And the other boys were a bit...
Not really interested in the girls. They were more there to act.
And so I learned a lot about sex and nothing about acting.
Wow, you had the pick of the litter there, right?
But there one girl who became a lifelong friend, whose name was Lois Hooker, and that was not appropriate as a name for an actress. Some standing, she became Lois Maxwell, and was my Miss Moneypenny.
Moneypenny, yeah.
Lovely lady.
Got to work with
Were
her.
you married when you did? Have you ever been married, or were you married when you did Bond?
Yes.
So that must have been frustrating because that's when all the girls kind of come around.
Well, it's not frustrating. You just keep the wife out of the house. That's what I think it was. Tony Curtis told me that Burt Lancaster said that if you're in your dressing room with a leading lady or somebody off the set, and your wife walks in, continue. And when you get home, deny it. Saying, it wasn't me. They just have people who look like me.
My stand-in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just tell her you're trying to be a method actor.
Something tells me that wouldn't pan out.
It helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a terrible method.
What do you like watching? Like, what do you enjoy? I mean, do you watch films that are in that genre, or do you completely the opposite?
I look at all the Academy-nominated films that they send me, the screeners. I don't go to the movies. I live in the winter in Switzerland, and I don't want to go and see them in Schweizerdeutsch. And in Monaco, they have original versions, but I just don't. I'd rather look at television and watch all the old comedy shows, all the old English comedy shows. That is, like Keeping Up Appearances and One Foot in the Grave, things that you don't know.
I don't know that show.
Yeah, about my career.
Those.
You're such a modest chap. You're like me. Can I see your fingernails?
007's his IQ.
Anyway, it's great talking with you. And
Absolutely.
if you want to continue the conversation, come to Barnes & Noble.
Oh, I was going to ask you about the
Yes,
signing.
come on, the signing.
You know what's right in front of me? It's the book signing is tonight at 6 p.m. It's Barnes & Noble on 5th Avenue and 18th Street. It's a great Barnes & Noble. It's a very large one, so there's plenty of room to stand inside, no matter how cold it is outside. You're not going to get stuck outside. And Roger will sign your book. I didn't even think to ask about a signing.
It's a nice big book with a lot of great pictures and information in it. I mean, the history that's in here, and everybody. I mean, everybody grew up watching Bond. It's amazing.
Excuse me, but when you're finished reading it, when you finish at Barnes & Noble, you can then go to the cinema and see
Skyfall.
Yes, Skyfall.
That premieres
Daniel
tonight,
Craig,
right?
yeah.
It's in IMAX. I want to see that in
That's a good day.
IMAX. I really want to see that large.
I was
Can't
more
wait.
of a Matt Helm guy.
Matt Helm. Oh, jeez.
Who was that? Dean Martin?
Dean Martin.
Dean Martin.
Dino. I did a film with Dean Martin, Cannonball Run, and we because we lived close to one another in Beverly Hills. Where else? And we shared a limo going home at night, and he said there was some crazy guy, Roger. He kept asking me, doing an interview, he asked me what I wanted on my tombstone when I was dead. And he said, did he ask you anything? And what did he ask you? He said, well, what did I want on my tombstone when I'm dead? I said, well, what did you say? He said, I want Dean Martin dead. And I was then married to somebody else. And he said, what did you say? I said, the name of my wife. I wish you were here. No, not I wish you were here. I wish you were here.
Right.
Oh.
The great Sir Roger Moore.
Yeah, we're very, very happy you came today. We were looking
very
forward
cool.
to talking to you very much, more than most people, except for Ozzy Osbourne. And
He loves Ozzy.
yeah, Bond on Bond, Roger Moore book. It is out now in stores. And again, if you're here in New York and you want to get a book signed by Roger, go to the signing tonight, Barnes & Noble, 6 p.m., It's a Friday night. You have nothing else to do. At 5th Avenue and 18th Street. And thank you for coming. We're very happy.
Absolutely.
Hey, Ron, Mr. Moore, if you're next week, if you're in the Poughkeepsie area, I'm performing at Bananas Comedy Club next weekend. If you're in Poughkeepsie, New York, next weekend.
Yeah.
Did
you call him, Ron?
Entry?
Yeah, I'll put you on a guest list.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
He doesn't know what to make.
How about transport to get there?
I'm not sure. I'm just trying to get a plug in.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like you to send a car for me. Saying he'd come.
I would send a car. Oh, really? Oh, well.
What make a car, might I ask?
Yeah, don't send that piece of crap you drive.
BMW.
Oh, please.
Okay.
All right.
I got it on
Get it
eBay.
on eBay, exactly.
Jimmy.
Great.
That's it for me. I'm heading to Toronto, and then I'm in Dallas next week at the Addison Improv Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Can you get me in there?
Yeah.
Do you want a plane?
And
Great, man.
yeah.
All right.
See you guys Monday.